we're recording, and maybe this will be in the episode, or maybe not.
Yeah, who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
It's a mystery. I mean, if we sync later, you can still sync this all up too, so it's all good.
If we sink like the Titanic later,
well,
this will be our lifeboat.
That's every episode since Nate's left. Am I right?
Yeah, it was Nate's show. I mean, what is it? It's not the same.
Yeah.
The Titanic was a happy ending though, because the old lady got a locket or something.
No, she. Yeah,
but she threw it into the ocean like an idiot.
Did she get it again? They like found it at the end and they gave it to her and she throws it into the ocean a second time? Is that how it goes?
No, she jumps into the ocean and dies.
Oh, well,
really?
I approve of that.
I've never seen it.
That is not what happens at all.
I mean, I don't remember. That could be what happens for all I know.
No.
I just remember that Leo died.
Yeah.
Leo! My beautiful boy! I saw a tweet and it just got me. I don't know why. It's just a picture of Trump yelling. Just Trump yelling, and the text is, "I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my boy!" It's like, yeah, okay.
We've all been there.
My child.
Dude, I watched like the town hall with Trump. Oh man, that was hard to get through.
Oh, was that the one at the same time that Biden was doing one?
Yeah.
The what?
I didn't check out either.
Yeah, I watched them both. I'm a fucking scrub.
I mean, give me the highlights.
It's really hard to just highlight it. The man is just so dumb. Yeah. So fucking dumb. It's really hard.
Somebody said, did you see the thing about like Hunter Biden this week?
You know, I heard about it, but I haven't watched anything.
I saw that image
concerning
of him being like, I want to go to the anime realm, and then Joe Biden gives him a bong, and he smokes it, and he sees anime. Is that what happened?
Whoa, I'm voting for Biden now. That sounds awesome.
That's what happened. Well, it's like, I guess Hunter is, on the one hand, some sort of like oil company executive, but also like a complete fuck up crackhead, like a literal crackhead. Like
sounds
there's pictures of him smoking crack, and I guess I didn't read them, but I guess some texts leaked of like Hunter, like, you know, maybe checked himself into rehab at his, you know, having a fucking crisis or whatever, and it's like text between like Joe and Hunter, and I guess Joe is like, you know, very much like, I love you no matter what, you know, I'll always love you, son, or whatever. It's that kind of thing. And it's like, I guess Rudy Giuliani leaked these thinking that they were like going to be damning to him because, oh, your son's a crackhead. But like everyone I've seen is like, this is like really humanizing, and is like, even like the people that I follow that all hate Biden are like, even I felt something for Biden in this reading this shit.
Right? What do you feel like? Oh God, the man loves his son. That's gonna go really well. Like, yeah. What a piece of shit, loving his son despite his faults, treating him like a human being. Wow, amazing,
that's
incredible.
Almost too humanizing. That's almost like it wasn't leaked by someone who's trying to, you know, fuck him up. It was leaked.
It's Joe and Hunter Biden making fake text messages that then leak to Rudy Giuliani so he can leak them.
Like it was all a ploy.
It was a 4D chess move.
Hey son, just pretend that I love you for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Secretly, Joe got his son addicted to crack intentionally so that he could stage this whole thing.
Long play.
And he arranged for Bo to die of brain cancer too, so that he could have a tragic backstory.
Oh my God!
And then when the cameras aren't looking, Joe will kick his son like a puppy.
Meanwhile, like there's a thing from Trump. There's like some, I guess like when his first son was being born. I think Barron's his first son, right? They're like,
no,
we're like
Barron's his youngest son, isn't it?
Oh no, Don
Jr. Right? Isn't that?
Or who? No, he's not the oldest one. I don't know who the oldest one is, but I guess when his first son was being born, his wife wanted to name him Don Jr. And Trump said like, "Nah, don't name him Don Jr. What if he's a loser?"
That's kind of based.
A little bit. That's what someone said like, I don't like Biden, but this shit is really endearing, and I responded like, Trump says stuff that endears me to him all the time, in that it's like funny and it makes me laugh. Like that gif of him making all the funny faces, like, this is a funny man. This Orange Man's still bad, but like, Anyway, this is all in like, we can all be like, oh yep, okay, pretty good that Joe loves his son, but also support Medicare for all, please.
Yeah. He may care for his son, but that doesn't mean he'll care for us, the sons of America.
No.
Or
no, indeed.
What do you mean us?
Fuck. Yeah.
You fucking British man.
Who are you?
Nothing.
Give his trans American.
Transatlantic.
Yeah.
Didn't you hear? Yeah. The Transatlantic Railroad.
Man, if you really want to like fucking oppress yourself, become transatlantic, become an American. You have to give you have to give yourself COVID. Like, sorry, that's just part of the process. Just the way it is. Oh, look who's in the chat. Look who finally decided.
Who's in the chat?
Finally decided to show up, eh?
This is it. Bros, this is epic.
Oh my.
Our guest is here.
We did it. What a bougie fucking
50 minutes late, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So who are you guys? Which one is are you the Did You Bro guy?
No, dude's not here right now. We're the less important people.
Nah, the better people.
No.
Who's less important? Is it me?
Which one's the guy who did the what's it called? The guy with the gun and the pizza on his pants.
Oh, Munchie.
That's Munchie.
Munchie is dead.
You know, guys, I've watched all of your things, all of your lectures, like multiple times.
Excellent.
That's so based.
Oh,
That's
even
so
the bad
based.
one? Even the one I did?
Which one was that?
The Vriska one.
What?
Nah, don't worry about it.
No.
Is that one I haven't watched yet? I thought I watched all of them.
I guess.
It's relatively recent.
There was a couple ones that came out a few months ago. Like Gabe did one on Vriska. I did one on Animorphs, which went over pretty well. Ben did
I did Chris Chan 102, which is
you haven't done that
still in
one
my
yet.
fucking editing bay.
Jennifer Van
haven't?
Rice.
Half a year
You
later.
better do it soon.
I know. Yeah, it's time. It's long past time.
So there's the Deagle Nation one, the hottest gods in the universe one, and the 360 Sonitude 101.
I can't believe that 361 exists. What a bizarre artifact.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty interesting.
Okay, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Pro Crastinators podcast.
Woo!
It's me, Ben Saint. We got Tom Oliver.
Hello.
We got Give and Take.
Hey,
And we got our guest today, my friend Merryweather, who is
a cat boy.
Who's like a big deal famous guy. It's like he's like a internet content. He's like an internet fucking mogul over here.
No,
Yes, and also he's a VTuber now.
that's correct.
And there he is. Look at him go.
I really like looking
thanks
at
for coming.
that cat boy move. It's so
It's
smooth.
a dog.
Dog boy.
I'm
Is
a
it?
dog.
I knew it was a dog.
Woof.
What the fuck's a dog?
Thank
That's
you very
illegal.
much for having me on, everyone. I'm a big fan.
I'm glad
of the,
you're here.
I'm a big fan of the Pro Crastinators boys.
Same.
That's its name.
The Perspirated Boys podcast radio show.
Yeah.
I enjoy when you.
Sweaty boy.
I enjoyed when you did the lecture on that guy. What's his name again? Paul Weston Chandler. That one. Yes.
Yeah. The Paul Joseph Chandler.
Watson.
Yeah. Paul Joseph Weston.
Yes.
Chris Chan. I think that was probably the first thing we talked about, Mary. I don't even remember.
I think it was.
I think it must have been. We had, because I think around the time that we started talking, you had not too long ago done an interview with Chris on your other channel.
That's correct.
That's right. And
it was I pride myself on that interview, because what I was told afterwards is that we didn't try to troll him or her. Sorry.
Yeah. Trolling. Yeah, there's a certain strain. There's a certain strain of Have you've interacted with Christine on on Twitter?
Yeah.
Somewhat, right?
A few times.
Do you notice like the tone of the replies that always happen?
Yeah.
Whenever she does anything on Twitter, is so negative and gross.
It feels like very it's so overdone, honestly. I don't think anyone's really trolled Christine in a funny or creative way for many years.
Yeah. The like, it's sad. Like, I don't know. She'll just like says anything, and like
everyone's just immediately jumping on it, even if it's something unremarkable.
15 like teenagers or something, I don't know, will just be in there like, Chris, shut up, you're delusional, like nobody likes you, nobody believes in the dimensional merge, get a job.
Yeah, she'll just say like,
Snore.
I'm having a good day, and everyone will be like, no, you're not. Oh, everyone hates you. You're a terrible person.
It's very cringe.
Bring up all of the personal stuff.
It's the epitome of your reputation precedes you.
They always bring up like extremely personal stuff that only a complete lunatic would know about, like this, like stuff about his mother and stuff. Like, why do you care so much? You're just trying to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right. That's true. Sad but true. Mary, you do you wanna? I don't know. I make comics sometimes, and you've made
I also do comics sometimes.
You've made like 1 million fucking comics. You have like I don't think I can list them all. Honestly, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can list them all for you if you'd like me to.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Winter Moon, Internet Explorer, Everywhere and Nowhere, Stalker X Stalker, My Succubus Girlfriend, 1 Million Gold, Fox Girls Are Better, Console Girls, Meme Girls, and Spookman.
Nice. I think I've seen the
I didn't know about several.
What is the Internet Explorer one? I think I've read that.
You might have.
Yeah,
I posted it everywhere.
I've read that one, and I read most of. Wait, did you say Crawling Dreams?
Yeah.
I read most of Crawling Dreams because I like the girl with the big boobs.
You guys know it's illustrated by a girl.
No.
And she absolutely refuses to draw anything that does not have giant boobs.
Can you introduce me?
I can. I'll send you a link afterwards. Her name is Ushimi, and I have offered her to attempt to draw a girl with slightly less gigantic boobs, and she has refused. So yes.
Based.
I will actually send her. I will message her, and I will say I'm a big fan of your work.
I think you should. I think that would make her very happy.
I will. I absolutely 100%. Nothing would make me.
It's
happy.
funny. Everyone thinks I'm the one asking for those characters to have gigantic boobs, but no. In fact, I would prefer it if they didn't. Every single one of them have gigantic boobs. But yeah, every character that does not have giant boobs in that series is drawn by the second artist we have on that series.
You're kidding.
I'm not even kidding. No.
She's that serious about it.
She does not do the backgrounds. She does not do the male characters. She does not do anything that is not a giant titted female.
I respect the dedication to the craft.
Yeah,
perfect.
real goals right there.
Nobody else fucking
no,
message
I'm
this
gonna
person.
do it.
Nobody else fucking talk to her.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I remember
yeah.
that lecture you did on the girl who did the Kokoro Wish girl. What was her name again?
Yeah, Jennifer Diane Wright.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I had no idea about any of the things. All I'd ever seen of hers was that one Kokoro Wish comic. And you just introduced me to this whole world I had no clue about. I was so amazed, honestly. So I left a comment on that video. I said, why? Mm-hmm. I was so amazed. I was so flabbergasted, honestly. How... I said in my comment very specifically, why is the Kokoro Wish girl better at writing webcomics than me? And I've been doing it for like 9 years now. And all of your viewers completely just dogpiled me. Because you suck. You're awful. Maybe try putting some effort in. Maybe you'll beat her then.
Was it that bad? Wait, let's find some.
I deleted the comment though. I felt
you did.
I kept getting replies. They kept being like in my notifications for months later.
No.
What the fuck?
It was so amazing. No. They just all owned me. They kept doing it.
Get owned here.
Your viewers just like ganged up on me and bullied me too. It was amazing.
Wait. No. I see the comment here.
Oh, I didn't delete it?
No, I'm glad though.
I might have
what was the one?
I talked myself out of deleting it.
The one that I said I thought was the funniest was oh, you were too afraid to go all in. That's the difference between you and JDR, is that JDR goes all in, and you just lacked the moral fiber.
Apparently. Yeah, I really am. Yeah, apparently.
It's so difficult writing such a robust world building thing. I've tried so many times, and I just frazzle my brain trying to come up with everything.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about like, man, building like a big like comic. I was thinking about the Champion specifically. I was like, man, expanding on that world is like, any idea that I have for that just seems like stupid. Just seems like, what's even the point of doing that? Like, why even bother making a comic, building a world, creating fiction? It's so lame. But then I was like, you know what? Isn't it actually about the characters? Like, if I focus on that, I don't feel that cringy about it. I don't feel that like intimidated. Like, how would I even begin to like create a setting that is not stupid?
The best things usually have a robust world that the characters like use to their advantage in telling the story that they're about. Like, the interestingness of the world is useful in the story that the character is in. If you know what I mean.
I feel
it's like if you have a character in a white void, they're not going to have much to do.
I feel like she actually took the hard route with all of it, with all of her world building, because when you look at the world, based on your lecture, I haven't actually gotten around to reading the webcomics yet, although I really want to. Based on what you were telling me, the interesting part was, in fact, not the characters. It was the world they were in.
Oh, yeah.
And that takes a lot of skill to do. Like, usually it's the other way around.
I think that she was a lot more interested in build. I mean, I'm sure she likes the characters, especially like, a couple of standouts.
Yes.
But I think she's much more interested in thinking about parallel universes and like timelines and like, ooh, would an alternate physics work like that? I think that's what fascinates her.
Yeah.
On that subject though, I did something this week, or maybe it was last week, I don't know. I did something a little wacky, a little weird, a little crazy.
What? I
went and I read one of her film fiction, her My Little Pony fan fiction. My God. Yeah. She has I'm looking at her biography, Chatoyance, on film fiction. She has written a total of 1.4 million words.
Whoa.
I guess that's a lot. And they're set in a whole bunch of, I think I explained this a little bit in the lecture, that like her pony stories are all set in these like kind of like sub universes of film fiction. You know what I mean?
Right.
These like fan like constructions wherein like, oh, this is like an AU. Yeah, an AU.
So she did a Marvel thing?
She didn't start these, like the big one is Conversion Bureau. Conversion Bureau is an AU in which basically Equestria has appeared in the real world as like a magical bubble that is expanding, and it is going to take over the entire world. Humans cannot enter the bubble into Equestria. So in order for them not to be, killed, destroyed by this, they have to be converted into ponies. So they they have to undergo ponification in order to to enter into this yeah. So I read the first story she ever posted on FimFiction. It was called the big respawn, and it's okay. It's kind of short, actually. It's fine.
Sounds
it's
like
just
another lecture.
I had that idea. I was like, what if I just did a whole thing about
My Little Pony fanfiction?
Fimfiction.net.
I think I could do one specifically on the Conversion Bureau. I mean, there's so much.
I've watched all of your lectures like 6 times minimum.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
I've rewatched them a bunch.
Yeah.
Especially the first one. But the second one too.
I think my favorite one must be Tails Gets Trolled.
Really?
Yes.
That one has a lot of like whoa from the audience. Although the first one has that as well.
Yeah. I'm noticing.
I haven't watched the first one in a while, actually.
I'm noticing just now the Kokoro Wish Lecture just passed 100,000 views. It's pretty.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty good.
I completely forgot about that one. Yeah, that one's really good too.
Kokoro, yeah.
We were just talking about it. How did I forget you did a lecture on
Yeah.
it? That's weird.
The Tails Gets Trolled one is like, do you know Cybershell?
No.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, he's a YouTuber he's a Sonic YouTuber who was gone for a couple years, and he just made a big like comeback on YouTube. He just posted a whole bunch of videos, and in one of them he talks about Tails Gets Trolled, and in that video he mentions my lecture. But he says, even this is a good video and it's a good lecture, but if you're gonna read Tails Gets Trolled, don't watch it, because it basically is just recounting the story. And it's true. Like the pleasure of the Tails Gets Trolled lecture is just that, like, listening to it, you hear the story of Tails Gets Trolled, which is cool and funny and like amazing in its own right.
It's the revelation of like such a story that, like, when you tell somebody like in a sentence, it's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But then when you go into more detail, you're like, oh my god, this is incredible. I really
liked your lecture because it feels like I get put into the mind of a person discovering, more like the mind of a community discovering this thing that happened way back that I would not be able to go into with a fresh mind anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wish I could read Tails Gets Trolled for the first time again. I wish I could read. I guess I feel that way about a lot of things. Actually, he did just start making pages again. There is like, we talked about this with Cybershell, but the series ended on a cliffhanger. And then he decided he was going to go back and remake the entire series. And everyone was like, no, please don't do that. Please just continue. And then I guess he was gone for a while, but he has, Laserbot, the author, he got a bunch of like artists, a bunch of like volunteer artists, like agreed to like draw the rest of that chapter for him. So the cliffhanger has been resolved. And now I think he is like supposedly back to posting what I think is No, it's not. Like everyone, it seems like the story was almost over, but according to Cybershell and according to I know the guy who runs the website, the talesgetstrolled.org website, and runs the Twitter account and does like all the promotion for it now. He says that apparently Laserbot says the story is only like half done or something. So
he did a One Piece.
Yeah.
The One Piece of webcomics over here.
Wow.
It's gonna go on. It's gonna last. It's gonna outlive all of us.
Nice.
Fucking. Yeah.
The funny thing is, so you said he wanted to redo the entire story?
Yes. I didn't know this, but apparently he started the story.
HD remaster.
It was called Tales Gets Trolled Polished. And it was just like the story again, but with like more stuff, like more like just like a longer way of telling it, and like a weird, like it was supposed to have like a better art style, but Laserbot's not that good at art, so it just kind of like and looked muddy. He tried to shade it.
Already there.
He tried to shade it, but it just kind of ended up looking like sort of muddy. It wasn't helping.
I'm glad you didn't redo it.
Oh no!
It's kind of entertaining. It's kind of funny actually, because generally webcomic artists, it gets. I'm sure you know about this too, Ben. It gets very tempting to like redo the first few chapters.
You know, I have never really had that problem. But I know it's a common.
Stuff's so good. It's so perfect every time.
No, it's not. It's not that. I think I had seen other like artists try that kind of thing, and like I knew, like I always knew that like that's an artist trap that you can fall into. I feel like when I look back at my old stuff, it's like I can't remake it. Like it would just be a new thing if I tried. I don't know. I never have that urge. I do look back at my old stuff and I cringe and I think, wow, this sucks. But I don't think like, oh, I should do it again and make it good this time. It was like, nah, I can't. It's too late. It sucks forever.
Something I did, which is on one of my comics that I wrote. It's probably the comic I have with the most subscribers. It's called Winter Moon. It's got 2.5 million subs, which is a lot for a comic.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
So with that one, I actually really didn't like the first 100 episodes, because they were all. The artist was not very familiar with typesetting, and also it was before I had like fully an idea of what was going to happen. I was just like making things up as I was going along. So lines of dialogue in that story will appear that like reference potential future villains that never ever appear. So there's like one episode that I always think back to when I think about this, which is like the main character is like sitting and chilling, and then these two guys just pop out of nowhere to attack him, and they have this like long bubble of dialogue that's like way too long, and they just go, because I only had 4 panels to work with, but I had to like get some sort of foreshadowing in, because I thought I was going to do this like one story arc about how it takes place in an MMO, and the idea is that the main character is hated by all the big guild masters because of something he did, which never ended up happening. And so the dialogue of these two guys was just like, they just jump out of nowhere and they go like, haha, we're going to kill you because the main guild masters union all hate you, and they're gonna pay us to do it. And this never gets brought up again, and the like 3 seasons later we never hear about this. So I just hated that episode so very badly, and all of the early episodes they have this problem with the typesetting, and like the way you typeset things is really important. I only learned this later, and all of the dialogue is like very weirdly phrased. So what I did, instead of us like going back and redrawing all of it, I just hired 2 professional typesetters to like just re-typeset the first 150 episodes, and I feel way better about it now.
That's like, yeah, it's the same, but just like with the jank sort of smoothed, I guess.
Yeah,
it doesn't
rewritten dialogue and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably there's a lot of like long form works of art that probably start on like a totally they have all these loose threads at the beginning, and then it kind of has to like find its footing and like figure out what it actually wants to be as it goes along. I mean, the thing that jumps to mind is like Cerebus. Tom, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cerebus, like, it starts out as like a fantasy. It's like a parody of like Conan the Barbarian, and then at some point along the way, he starts going to these alternate realities, and it's like
it becomes a very different thing.
It's like the Dave Sim was just like, I kind of don't want to do a fantasy parody anymore. I kind of just want to talk about like what I think about politics.
Real shit.
Yeah, what I think about how like how like women suck and stuff.
The first like arc of the story after this parody is this like high society. It's all about classism. Then the second arc is church and state, which is all about commenting on theocracy. It's like this started as a Conan parody. What is happening? Mm-hmm. This is all like through the character of like an anthropomorphic aardvark, and it's like tonal whiplash, but like that's when the comic really gets interesting.
Wow.
I was gonna say Cerebus lecture, but I have watched at least one YouTube video that basically just summarizes the story of Cerebus, so it wouldn't be beaten to the punch, I guess.
Ben, if I ever become schizophrenic, please promise me one thing.
Yes, anything.
Make a lecture about me.
Oh, like if you just go off the rails and start like putting out like really wacky shit.
If I like go off the rails, become insane, start doing all of this weird stuff, everyone starts hating me.
Well, now
make a lecture and make me
everyone's
seem
like,
sympathetic.
Man, this Merry guy, like he's such a fucking train wreck. Like, I hate this guy so much. But why? But is he such a fucking idiot? And I'll say, aha.
And then you do it.
I know.
Now that you've said that though, how are we ever gonna know if it's a legit breakdown or if you're just trying to bait Ben into making a lecture about you?
You'll never know. I guess you'll never know. You can always go back to this and play it and add to the mystery of that. Is he just pretending?
Did you see you seen Tom's Animorph lecture?
Not yet.
No, that's
I didn't know you guys had new lectures. I need to watch them.
They came out the beginning of April.
New. Yeah, we recorded all of them in like March, and yeah, that one came out in like April. That one's pretty good, I would say.
The Animorphs one is pretty highly regarded, which I'm surprised at.
I see it's at 200K.
It's a good
views.
It's a good big talk about a very strange thing. I think you would like it.
Yeah,
Mary.
It's been I think I was looking at the analytics, and I think it's been the biggest ad rev earner on the channel for a while, which
it did pretty well.
Nice.
That reminds me, this is a funny anecdote from this week. Someone on Twitter who I don't know made a joke about like podcasts with too many people on them, and Bev, who I know, an RFCK person, and who was on the 40-person all guest podcast, tweeted a reply like, I was on a podcast with 40 people, Lamau. And I guess maybe this person retweeted it, and it got like, I don't know, it got a few thousand like views from this. And I was,
wow.
Yeah, it made like $10 in ad rev.
Sick.
Yeah, it was like, fuck yeah, cool.
What's the Animorph lecture up to? It made like a couple $100 last time I checked, right?
I mean, I'm not logged in, but let me log in, and we can.
I don't know if I care that much. You gotta like log in and like.
That's unbelievable.
Logging in is just such a hassle. Wait, what?
It totally is.
What are we talking about? I'm
stuff.
Okay.
Comics.
Nice. YouTube.
Like with the thing with because I've been making comics for a little while now, and I am.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Give makes. Give makes comics.
Let me get an image.
Sad but
image
true.
of my most recent one shot that I submitted to the Tezuka Award contest thing.
Oh yeah, when do you find out?
Of that?
When do you find out about that?
I just checked today. They're still no, it's closed, but they're judging it, and they've been judging it for a while. Let me get a good page for all the pages. But yeah, I've been doing comics for a little while, and I'm like, in my head, there's like so many over the top, ridiculous big stories that I could tell with all these characters that I have, and I'm like, I gotta get started somewhere. I'll make a short, small story, and then eventually I'll foreshadow everything. Everything that I say will become something later. It'll all be so fucking based and so cool, and people will go back and be like, "Oh my god, it's like Oda. It's just a genius." But I feel like it's not going to happen like that. I think it's just going to be a little fun thing, and then I'll actually start being good later. I can't find a good image.
Every attempt at like making a comic that I've tried to do has always collapsed under the world building weight because I'm so obsessed with like crazy high concept fantasy stories, which is why with the character I'm doing now, Izumi, it's just like there's no story. The story is she does something cool, and it takes a lot of pressure off and kind of allows me to be more freeform with the stuff I end up making. And I like it. It works for me. I'm not George R.R. Martin. I'm Michael Bay, I guess, and I just have to own that.
Just at some point, you just have to accept.
Yeah, you just gotta accept.
I am Michael Bay.
Yeah. You just have to let go and embrace what you've become, based Adam Jensen.
These are some things. Mm-hmm. Clarissa, Gunsmoke, and the Bandit King. As I submitted it to the Tezuka thing.
Are you putting it in Discord?
Yeah, I put it in the general chat.
Right.
Oh, let's take a look.
Shit. You know,
that Shut Up panel is so good.
I haven't actually gotten around to reading it yet.
It's not fully out yet. I still need to do the second half, and then I'm gonna put it on my site.
Right. That's why I was waiting for.
Yeah. I'm so.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
What?
It reminds me of. You guys ever seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I've heard of such a thing.
A bit.
So there's these characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They have a stand that can allow them to see the future, but it's drawn in a bizarrely illustrated manga, and they're called Oingo Boingo. One of them is called Oingo, the other's called Boingo, and this art style kind of reminds me of them.
Oingo Boingo.
I'm not familiar. Oh wait, wait. Oh well, I can't post anything. Oh no, I just realized. I'm gonna have to fuck with the VTuber recording in order to post the voicemail links later. But that's okay. That's fine. It'll be fine. Oingo Boingo looks yikes. Gib, you should Google it.
Yeah, it's odd. It looks a little bit like Rugrats.
Oh god. Yeah.
Is that little like sun thing floating under the Brothers' Adventure? Is that the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff?
Wait, what?
It's Sweet Bro. Well, you see, when I Google Oingo Boingo, I see the purple book cover, and there's like a little like flower sun thing. I don't know. It's got like the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff mouth.
I've got the Oingo Boingo band that is based off.
No, wrong. False. Okay. Do you guys want to know? Do you want to know? Should I make it public information how much ad revenue all of our top videos have made?
I'm looking. Yeah, why not? It makes us sound like we're established and cool.
I'm looking at the data right now. This is interesting. Some of these surprise me a little bit. Number 1, Animorphs 101 has made in its lifetime $870.
Woo!
Dab.
Hottest Goss in the Universe has made $824. Guilty Gear 101, $762.
I'm bringing in all the big bucks, baby.
Deagle Nation, $509. Voice Bail Fund, $411, but that doesn't count. That's not ad revenue. That was donations. Then the next one was Radcon for Paradise Opening Ceremony. That was donations again. After that, it's Things We Can't Get Into, which has made $247. And then Sonichu 360 Classroom has made 246, and then there's a whole bunch of bullshit after that. Those are the interesting ones. So now,
can I join in?
So now you know what's that?
Can I join?
Can you join? What?
Oh, you want to flex on us with your crazy numbers?
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah.
I love data.
The funny thing is, I actually think you guys have made, like, your individual videos have made more than mine.
Wait, really? How does that even work?
I would believe it because your videos are short.
Most of my videos are less than 10 minutes.
That's true. Multiple ad breaks.
I think you upload a lot of
the highest. Yeah,
they're like well, they're not. Would you call them motion comics?
Yeah. Motion comics. Yeah. I had a theory a while ago that you could basically get 70% of the way to the feel of getting an anime if you, like, without any animation, if you just get Japanese voice actors and custom music.
I think you are 100% correct in that.
Apparently it works.
Estimate. Yeah. I think people overvalue polish, and like in the same way, this was Laserbot's great failing. This is why he wanted to make Tails Gets Trolled polished, because he was like, I gotta make it perfect. I gotta make it high quality. I gotta have like high fidelity renderings. I have to render every individual bit of stubble on the Space Marine's cheek, in my AAA video game. And it's all bullshit. No,
I'm even now that I'm looking at my Clarissa drawings here, I'm like, God, this was so bad. It needs to be redone, but of course it doesn't. It's fine. It'll do. It's cool.
I look at like my worst. I look at my worst panels in like Slime and Punishment, which like some of them are just straight up bad because like I would crank them out in like 5 minutes sometimes, and I look at the really bad ones and I'm just like, lol, that's funny. I like it. I don't know.
When you rush something, or like you just do it real quick and it comes out sloppy, that's understandable and thus okay, and you can be like, haha, lol. Yeah. When you try really hard and then it turns out that your best is lame, and it's like, it hurts a little more.
I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's easy to look at that because I know, like, I slapped this out in like 5 minutes. Don't worry about it.
I think my biggest earning video was a Minecraft anime one.
Was it the creeper girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It earned,
I looked at your channel the other day and just to see like, what you had on there, and I think that one was like, it's got millions of views, right? It must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest one we've got is 2.2 million views.
Yeah.
But even that one, they don't really make that much money. I think like
yeah, it's about watch time.
Yeah.
Watch time and ad
a few
breaks.
hundred. Most of my videos don't really go above a few $100.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you
Wow, that really is terrible. Like, I've heard the way that the YouTube change to watch time destroyed animation on YouTube forever, and it never really fully recovered. And the idea that
I
you
think
can
the
get
one thing that kind of saves us is that we don't do animation.
Yeah, it's like multiple millions of views, and you can't get more than the sort of stuff we make. The lectures are obviously like good quality content, but their length, like we've only got a few. Well, actually, how many views has the top viewed thing on ours got?
The top viewed?
Yeah. What's the view count?
Our most viewed video is it's the Guilty Gear lecture with almost just shy of 300K.
Really?
Yeah, and then the second one is the Animorphs with 2.15K. Then
I thought it would be the Sonichu lecture or something.
That's not
that's
on
my channel. That's on a different channel. So that's different.
I see.
And I mean Nate's One Piece lecture I think has 500,000, and the Kingdom Hearts lecture, I'm not sure if that's hit 1 million, but it's got a lot.
I really like the Deagle Nation one.
I remember being there and hearing it live, and it was a ton of fun. I don't know if I've gone back and rewatched it, but maybe I should. I've rewatched a bunch of the other ones.
one time in Japan, I decided to. So this is a PCP lecture story from me about one of the ways I used one of your lectures to get through some work.
Okay.
So in Japan, I don't know if you guys know this, but they have a very strict recycling thing. You have to get like these colored bags and put everything in the exact right thing. And if you don't do it right, you get this like pink slip of shame that they put on your thing and say that they're going to refuse taking your trash. Oh. So one time I had to reorganize all of my trash like 5 days after I put it there.
Yeah.
And I had to do it all on my tiny balcony. So I put on the declination lecture and I did it then.
While you're rifling through trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty comfy.
Good. That's good. That's what it's for. Do you still live in Japan?
No. I usually do, but the problem is the coronavirus pandemic hit. And then I got afraid because it was back in like February when it really got crazy.
Yeah.
I got scared because Japan's close to China, and back then we didn't really know much about what the coronavirus like truly was.
Yeah.
All we did was like we heard like news from Wuhan about how they were like forcefully closing apartments down and stuff. And we had no clue if they were even reporting the right numbers and stuff. So I got scared. So I went back to Denmark.
Yeah.
And like stayed with my mom for a bit. And unfortunately, the borders closed like a week or two after. And then I was stuck. And I've been stuck here since. And the thing is, it's not even much better here. We don't even have much better numbers in Japan.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't know exactly how the numbers are. I know, like, Vietnam and like South Korea I think are doing really well with coronavirus. America not doing so great. Europe overall doing pretty bad right now. I don't know how Denmark and Japan are doing in the grand scheme of things.
Japan has pretty good setup for the entire thing because they are all used to using masks already and used to like washing their hands and not touching too many things in public.
Yeah.
So they were good from the outset. This is the first time I've ever seen people using masks in Denmark.
Oh yeah, same over here in Massachusetts. It's pretty cool, honestly. It's pretty punk.
I was so upset. I was meant to go to America this year and do conventions.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure all the convention circuits are closed this year, right?
Yeah, every convention. I mean, like me and like Saber and Paler and then we all used to go to conventions like MomoCon and stuff. And every year since they started going to MomoCon, I've missed it for some reason. And this year I finally could. And of course, MomoCon is canceled along with every other convention.
I was gonna be like a VIP guest at so many different conventions this year, and all of them got canceled.
Yeah,
the one year I was
some of them canceled next
like,
year as well. Already, it's fucking crazy.
It was my first year going to conventions too.
It always sucks like hearing that. Oh, I was waiting, and this was the year I was going to do a whole bunch of stuff. It's the new decade. Nope.
I kept I kept saying like I'm gonna start tabling at conventions. I meant to do it last year at MICE, oh god, some Massachusetts Indie Comic Expo. I meant to do it last year, but I like was too late to sign up and I missed it. So this year I went to it and I didn't table again. I was like, no, fuck it. Next year I'm gonna do it for real. It's gonna happen. And then no, not anymore. There's no mice anymore. So same. Yeah, this was another like.
Was mice cool? Because I wanted to go, but I never did because I suck.
Honestly, no, I don't like it.
Damn.
But I don't like it as an attendee, but I wanted to table at it. I think I would have felt differently about it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because there's nothing there except like you walk through a series of hallways and rooms where people have tables and are selling stuff. And I don't want to buy shit.
That sounds like Mocha, which I went to once during college, which was pretty cool because I met a bunch of people from a podcast I was listening to, but
yeah,
it was just indie comics. It's like that's all it was, just a big room full of dudes selling indie books.
You've just described why I decided to start doing comics.
What do you mean?
I went to the convention in Denmark and I had nothing to do, and all of it was just walking through hallways. All the things people did was either cosplay or selling things.
Yeah.
That's when I decided back in 2012 that I wanted to write comics.
At MICE I was like, I would be like, it sounds cool, like, oh, it's a gathering of all these, like, it's like a lot of them are completely unknown, a lot of them have no like name recognition, there's some guy and or whatever, and it would be cool to go and like meet those people. But at MICE, I didn't meet those people. Like, there's just like, you go in front of their table and you look at their shit and either you buy it or you don't, and you just I don't know. You might make a little small talk.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the buying shit. I would like to meet other comics people, but I went to MICE twice and neither time did it scratch that itch for me.
Ben,
so.
Here's a question, because this is something I've been thinking about a lot, like going to conventions and like why I never went to conventions until like 2013. Do you think that being where we were in the pony thing and going to pony conventions like changed our perspective on what a convention should be? Because like every time I've gone to a con before and after like being prominent in that community, it feels like a very empty consumerist action. Whereas when it was like the pony thing and I was like a known entity in that small bubble, like it was a much more dynamic experience. And I feel like that was what I really enjoyed about going to cons, and not just going and like talking to people and buying things.
I am going to say kind of, but no. I do think that, yeah, being, you know, even a little bit horse famous at a pony convention, yeah, like obviously that lent a certain energy to it, and you know, sort of propelled the experience, I guess, because like, you know, you were always like, we were always like making appearances and stuff. Like people would see us and it would like cause a minor, you know, stir or whatever. It would be a little bit of an event wherever we went. It was very exciting.
That sounds nice.
It was
pretty cool.
It was pretty base.
But like, not even. I guess what I'm trying to say is that like.
I don't think that's entirely the. I think that BronyCon specifically is like a specifically like high energy event.
I guess what I'm trying to say is.
So I think it's like, a little column A, a little column B.
Like when you're saying like I want to go to convention to meet people, like because of like the certain degree of clout and that people knew who you were to a degree, it made approaching and talking and meeting and interacting with people much easier. Because like you had like a reputation that preceded you. Whereas like if I went to MICE, I would feel like a fucking moron trying to just go up and talk to somebody. Because like it's a cold experience versus a warm kind of interaction.
Yeah, definitely. I've tried both. I actually went to a convention like last month. In Germany, they did one test to see if it could be possible during coronavirus.
Oh my god!
I did test negative afterwards, so that was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Congratulations!
The convention was a success.
Thank you. It was very good. I sold out of all my comics, which is amazing. So many people, compared to Copenhagen comics, where no one knew who I was.
You sell like physical comics too?
Yeah, only at conventions.
Oh sure. Yeah.
So I met. So I went to a convention, and called Copenhagen Comics another time. That was like 2 years ago, and I thought that I would. It was probably one of the first time I really did a convention. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, no one knew who I was because it was like a traditional comic convention, and they put me over in the corner, the youth corner. Oh, this is the webcomic guy. Yeah, just put him over in the corner with all the kids, right? And front stage, I was probably follower-wise, I was probably the biggest one there, if you're thinking like social media following. Mm-hmm. But the front and center, they had one of the artists of Garfield, and I was just put off all the way in the corner.
Oh, you can't compete with that Garfield clout. There's no touching that.
And they also did the same thing to another artist. He's called Toshio Maeda, and he's the guy who did La Blue Girl, which is like a really old hentai.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's the guy who like popularized the whole tentacle thing in hentai.
Yeah. Well, that's
doing God's work over there.
Yeah. Well,
he was really cool. He told me about how I said hi to him, and the first thing he told me, because we had like one mutual friend, which is Jacob, the CEO of Faku, and the first thing he told me is that guy's girlfriend is hot. So that was pretty funny. just this old Japanese guy.
Cool.
He's really cool. Yeah.
I think that, Tom, what you were saying, okay, about like, I don't expect to go to something and like have clout. Like, obviously, yeah, if you go and you've got clout, that's good, and people will respond in a way that's good, and yeah, like, obviously that's ideal. I guess, but like, I think that's a little bit of the difference, I think, would be between like tabling at one of these and as an attendee. Because as an attendee, you're just there. You're a sheep, you know. You're there to consume. If you're a tabler, I feel like if you're tabling, you would at least have. Oh my God! Someone just subscribed to the YouTube channel, and it like made the like funny GIF happen over Mary's face. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, viewers. It's good. I'm glad it didn't make the sound. But yeah, like if you're tabling, I feel like that would be how you would like get to like converse with your fellow creatives or whatever. That's like gets you on the inside. You're there with a purpose. You show up early. You're setting up. You're all like, you know, I don't know, making small talk with the people tabling around you or whatever. Maybe there's like a lounge or something. I don't fucking know.
I mean, I've gone to like one small convention before I had any clout in the pony thing, and I tabled there and I was trying to sell prints and stuff, and it was miserable because nobody knew who I was, nobody wanted to talk to me. I just sat there for 2 days, just staring at a wall.
But surely you weren't the only person tabling who nobody knew, right?
Yeah, nobody. I don't think anybody there was like particularly like well known, but like nobody wanted to talk to each other either. It was just like you were just sitting there like waiting for death, and it sucked.
Well, how disappointing.
Yeah,
I know that feel.
Okay,
it's not fun.
Thanks for disillusioning me.
I just want to say,
thanks for crushing my dream.
Mice could very well end up that way as well. Everyone's just like kind of awkwardly hoping that someone, because like it's an awkward position where you have no clout in like the little bubble you're in. So you're just there hoping like someone will come over and they'll look at your stuff and they'll look at you and you'll be like, what's going to happen? And then they just walk away and you're just like, well, okay, that was awkward. And that was just that for 48 hours. It was like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh, no.
Oh, I tried that in January. I was at a Finnish convention, and Finnish people are very asocial. So if you make eye contact
sounds
with
like
them,
my
they
kind
just
of
look
people.
away and walk away.
I feel like
Same.
if it was like if it was me, you, and Gib all went to Mice together and had a table, like we could like vibe off of each other while trying to do things, that would be a totally different experience than just like me by myself sitting at Mice trying to get my comics.
A big old comic.
Let's do it,
buddy.
Next time America reopens, let's do it.
All right, we'll see you in 2037 when the virus is finally contained.
I was gonna Oh, that makes me sad because I kind of had a plan to do that last time. When I failed to sign up to table at Mice, me and Kazi we said we were gonna like table together, and then I fucking blew it, and it didn't happen. And now it'll never happen. Huh?
Did Kazi table by herself for Mice?
No,
she
didn't.
Going?
No, she didn't either. Nobody did. Yes, it all came tumbling down.
God, I've got to finish some of my comics. I've got to finish the Lord of Ghosts. So I could print it out and do something. I
want to finish a comic just so I can print it. I just want my comics on a shelf.
Yeah.
I'll like be erect for months if I can make that happen.
Yeah. You know.
Hey,
I think we should all do a booth together.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be so sick. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Please. Have I talked about what a fucking nightmare it was trying to peddle my comics in like stores?
Yeah.
I think you have talked about it, but it's been a while. I remember
like
during
years ago.
During Armor Retrieval Con, we walked around one of the shops where you had put in, like, you had given the owner of the store the Vapors Chapter 1 or something, and Munchie and everyone like conspired to like ask the guy like one at a time, like, hey, have you seen The Vapors by Ben Saint? To try and give him the idea, to incept the idea that Ben Saint is a big deal. and that you should buy more comics from him.
To get this one guy to be like, who is this Ben Saint fellow? Yeah, I don't know. The thing about, man, I would go from store to store. I would like look up like comic stores that sell comic books in Boston. Okay, and I would go into the city and I'd go, okay, I'm gonna hit this place, hit this place, hit this place, and each time they'd be like, I don't know who you are, but if you want to give me like 3 copies, I'll give you like $3 a piece for them. And I'm like, yes, fuck, I'm legit now. I'm published. I'm in stores, baby. It was a giant waste of time. I will never do it again. The only way it's worth it. The only way it's worth it is if you have a distributor who will lobby these people for you, put you in a fucking catalog or something. There's like the rewards. They're not willing to like stock your comic in bulk if they don't know who you are, and why would they? And it's just not worth. It's not worth a fucking bus ticket to go into town and like sell like $12 worth of shit. Spend it on lunch and then come home in the red. So it was a bit of a bummer.
You know, I tried to do that with the comic store in my city.
Yeah? How'd it go?
They didn't know who I was, and they just basically told me like, maybe if you send us something in an email. I tried to explain to them that I have the many subs, but they did not really care. And
do you know who I am?
I mean, these kind of guys who run like comic book shops and stuff, like their brain is just like diamond numbers and that's it. They don't give a shit about like the internet. So
I mean,
they're just not going to understand the language you're talking.
Boomer no like internet.
They're in the physical media business. I imagine. I imagine that they are right because like their sales in store are not going to be dependent on like how well known someone is elsewhere or on the internet. I mean, there's going to be some people who come in looking for a specific thing, and those are going to be either like the classics or they're going to be like something from like a new like up and comer, right? And there's probably only so many of those in like a year. And then other than that, their sales are just going to be people that come in, don't know what they want, and see something that looks appealing on the shelf, right? And they're just going to make like a, I guess I'll buy that because why not? So, you know, that's like a whole like mindset. That's like that I don't understand. Imagine selling things in a store. I don't. It's so removed. It's so removed from what the.
It's kind of antiquated with the internet, but like it's that vestigial market is still there. I guess.
I mean, if people are still making their living on it, then I guess it's not.
What the fuck?
If it still works. Then it still works.
In conclusion, boomers bad.
Yeah. Well, no,
old bad, new good. What? That's like the opposite of the marching orders of this podcast.
I'm gonna disagree. I disagree. I think even though I don't do it, I think that the idea of like a physical store is nice, and I don't know. There's room in this world for brick and mortar retail. It fulfills some need for community that ordering shit
we're
online.
all just old right now. I feel like anyone under the age of 24 is probably listening to this like being, what the fuck are you talking about? Just Amazon it.
I mean, you can't Amazon
give the Zoomers more credit. You can't Amazon a sense of community, Tom. You can't call up Jeff Bezos and say, I'd like 10 slices of hot, cheesy belonging. It just doesn't happen.
Hot,
the text
cheesy
just isn't there
belonging
yet.
sounds
It'll be
like
there
the
soon.
title of a
They haven't built a drone for it yet.
We have a VTuber in our very presence right now. We are looking in the eye, the community online being built in real time in front of us. It's only a matter of time before what you're talking about is a relic of the past.
No.
The future is now, old man.
No.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
It's not. No.
Ben, welcome to Black Mirror, Ben.
We're 31,
back.
Ben. We're 31. We don't matter
I'm 32,
anymore.
fucker.
Oh, well, okay, you're just making my case for me, bro.
Have you guys heard of Project Melody?
What's that?
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
VTuber porn.
It's the first VTuber cam girl.
Oh.
Yep. And all the regular cam girls got mad because like Project Melody immediately crushed their numbers and revenue.
It's amazing. She debuted and on Chatterbait, she hit #1 immediately, and everyone got really mad because all the cam girls were gonna get replaced by robots. Basically, automation issue, except it's with an animated character.
God, this is why we needed Yang, and we spurned him.
UBI for cam girls.
This is. Why would you? Okay, I don't know. Like you're making this lady. You're like, this is gonna be my little puppet, my little internet fuck puppet. I'm gonna whore her out. I'm gonna prostitute her on the internet, and I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't want to come on. I don't want to come on. That's not me. That's not me being anti-sex worker or anything. But like, that is what's going on. I'm just saying, why would you do this? And why would you? I don't understand why her bust size is so modest. Is what I'm saying. Like, she could have looked like anything, and you went modest with it.
I think
why
it's
would
because
you do this?
It might actually be.
Why wouldn't you go ham?
To appeal to the most amount of people possible.
A lot of people get really upset when there's big badonkadonkers. When there's big bahunkas.
Oh my God, her back. Oh no, that's not healthy, bro. That's fucked up. This is torture.
That's all. You know the girl I told you about, the female artist I work with, Ushimi. She gets so many comments like that.
That's oh my God, her back. Like this is anatomically impossible or something. Like shut up.
An anime face is anatomically impossible. Nobody complains about that.
Did you? Yeah, the eyes wouldn't even fit.
The eyes are so big. There's no brain. There's no space for the brain.
Where's the brain, bro?
I think they should just. Why not just consider them aliens?
Aliens with giant tits.
Yeah.
Where's that image of like a photo of like a grainy picture of an alien and then they overlay an anime girl as the exact same proportions?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about.
That's
I have not
literally
seen
true.
That. I have not seen
amazing.
that, but
I was
sounds
on the
pretty
cutting
good.
edge of all that stuff when I made the punk OnlyFans, the cartoon character stick figure, Pumpkin Girl, and I made money off of it.
You still any? That's criminal.
It's quite interesting. Do you guys think that VTuber characters might replace real streamers?
Well, I think there's always going to be a
No.
place for a real face, but for everybody, I think what it's doing is the people who otherwise wouldn't want to be seen on camera are now able to easily have a character that is like attractive looking in some fashion. Like they can make it look exactly however you like. So the amount of streamers doing that will just flood the market, and the people with real faces will be overshadowed just by quantity, I think.
I mean, I feel like
even Pokemon did it.
yeah.
I mean, I think it will probably take up some of the current of like the non-VTube streamer market, but you know, it won't. I mean, the
There's too many
There's
normies.
always going to be space for German 985, always.
right. Yeah, it'll split the market, but it won't. You know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it'll outright replace it, but it'll definitely become a significant portion of
I mean, it already is.
Yeah,
I think it'll just become more and more mainstream. Not mainstream.
Guys,
but
I have an answer for you. I think I think VTubers are going to replace everyone, all humans. You know why? You know why? I have proof.
That.
I have proof.
All right.
What's the proof?
Ben's lecture.
What?
In the ending of Pastel Defender Heliotrope, the whole world is virtual and everyone's using a virtual avatar.
Oh god. Yeah, well that's Pastel. This is Mundus, okay? We don't have to be condemned to the same fate. The
I for one accept it.
I guess they are kind of using. They're like raw data. They're like these like abstract like data structures, just kind of floating in some sort of like information void. I don't know. It's yeah. I guess on the way towards that perfect like future of leaving our bodies, VTubing
we could make a
is just like
Oscar brain.
VTubing is just like the intermediate step. A Matryoshka is like the nesting dolls.
Yeah, so there's this concept in sci-fi called a Matryoshka brain. The idea is we build a megastructure around a sun that powers computers that just run our brains. And then we all have fun in VR forever.
What happens when the sun explodes?
I guess we all explode.
I mean, that would happen whether you're virtual or not. So.
We're already kind of fucked when the sun explodes. So.
Now we just zoos up to another star.
I mean, it's a few billion years or something, right?
Yeah. Wait,
That's
I don't.
Good.
Okay, I understand.
God, imagine being in the digital realm for 1 billion years.
Based.
Wasn't there like that thing where they were trying to like do time dilation, so like time in a virtual space goes by slower than in real life, so you can do like years in like an hour or something in the real world? That's what we need. That's the close we're gonna get to immortality.
That's the hyperbolic time chamber.
Right.
But you would flex your digital muscles and therefore gain nothing.
So cool.
I understand.
So like imagine going into the time chamber for 10 years doing nothing but drawing, and then come out in 5 minutes have passed, and you go in a child at drawing and come out a fucking god.
They have that in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
The hyperbolic time chamber. But then you still spent 5 years. Like you're still 5 years older.
No, because like your brain is just processing time differently. So like when you come back out into the physical world, only a couple hours have passed. Like your perception of time in the virtual space is different, and that's like.
Is there even a physical world at that point? Are we always?
Why would you even bother with the physical world then?
Right. I mean, at that point you wouldn't have to. Like you could argue at that point to take it. Like that would be. If that would be assuming the physical reality is still prominent, but like the eventual end game to that be everybody exists in virtual world, and your lifespan is now like hundreds, if not thousands of years. Which would be fucking sick.
You know, the thing I always get scared about, like just thinking about this putting a brain in the digital realm so it can do anything it wants forever, is like, from the perspective of someone on the outside, you know, like, alright, the person in queue to be brain digitized is in front of me, and then they go into the thing, and then they decide to do nothing because they have no... You know, they can do anything they want, and they decide to do nothing forever.
Well, I mean, people do nothing for their.
Oh, all of the ideas they had, all of the plans they had. There's no real reason to do any of them anymore, so they just don't.
I mean, people do nothing with their entire life as it stands now. I feel like it would still be a net positive. Like you'll still have people who aren't motivated, but that just gives them more time to possibly find some sort of motivation. Yeah. And if you're in a virtual world, you wouldn't have to worry about your body decaying and breaking down on you, which makes that endeavor more difficult as you gain more experience. Like, wouldn't it suck to be like 50-something, finally like want to like, oh man, I really want to do like a physical activity. Like that's what like my passion in life always was. I was just too afraid to do it. But now you're 50-something and you're just broken and you can't do it anymore. Like that blows. Like being organic sucks. Kill physical bodies. Virtual reality.
Yeah,
now.
but that's why I would like prefer to go halfway and be like cyborg, so that you can augment your physical body.
I don't think
rather than putting your entire consciousness.
I don't think we should ever digitize our consciousness. I think the proper way to do it would be like the brain and nervous system still exist. We would just like have that connect directly to a virtual reality, and hopefully we'd have some sort of nanomachines or artificial stem cells that could continually repair the like necessary organic components that keep our bodies going while our minds exist entirely in a virtual space or entirely within like a machine body. Because as soon as you digitize your brain, it's an artificial copy and you are technically dead. Like you are your brain and nervous system. Yeah,
I can one up you. You don't even need a virtual space. You know what you need? You just need a You just need your brain to get taken out, put into some sort of like containment unit that'll keep the brain alive for as long as possible. Then you just get your brain to, through some sort of artificial means, just pump dopamine. You experience nothing, but you experience fulfillment forever.
I mean,
God, that's so fucking scary.
I've seen that.
That's like the prototype for the Matrix, right? That was what they said in that movie. That like they first tried to make a utopia, but it didn't work because humans like necessarily need suffering or anything, which I think is probably bullshit. But like for the rules of that world, that's what their initial idea was.
It's not a utopia. It's just the brain is just it's dormant. It's just got its fulfillment glands activated or whatever.
It is as equivalent to death in my eyes. I've seen things like that.
Yeah,
and I'm like. It really forces you to grapple with what is what is life if you are perfectly content and do nothing forever.
So in one of my
comics, can it really be called life?
In one of my comics, which is like an anarcho-capitalistic utopia I wrote.
Dab.
So in that one, everything's run by this one guy called the director, who's basically just Jeff Bezos, except he actually owns all business.
Wait, which comic is that?
Crawling Dreams.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to embarrass myself.
His name is Jeff Bezos, very thinly veiled.
He's just
Jeff Bezos.
He's just called,
Jeff Bizarro.
He's just called the director because he's the director of all businesses. So basically, and also all the police are just private security for this one company because the company owns everything. Anyway, so in this world, basically. The way the plot is going is that everyone is going to be just working themselves to death so that at the moment they hit 60, they can become part of this like big tower that just like feeds their brain dopamine, keeps them artificially alive, and that's why everyone's working. Yeah.
Gross.
That's retirement in this world.
That's retirement.
So fucked.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, why bother with why bother with your normal mortal terrestrial retirement? Let's just skip to the good part. Just skip to the part. Yeah. Where you go on the dopamine vat.
Then you need a terrorist organization with Cloud Strife to blow up the brain tower.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I guess, I mean, I'm obviously speaking supremely biased because, like, I'm living in, like, a physical body and, like, having to deal with all the struggles of modernity. But it feels like to me that just, like, getting a fucking dopamine IV indefinitely seems like you're almost not even alive at that point. Like, when you lose your autonomy, right? Like, the whole purpose of, like, being alive, I feel, isn't so much, like, pleasure, but, like, accomplishing something or, like, setting goals and trying to accomplish them.
I feel the same way, even though I logically know it makes no sense to feel that way, because all the reason we're doing anything is because of dopamine releases.
Right.
Yeah. I guess on, like, an instinctual level, that's true.
Yeah. I don't want to be Bran the Broken. I want to be like a cool
That is just Bran the Broken, yeah.
Like, I feel nothing. Oh, you're shit. Fuck you, Bran. Stupid.
When we're all dopamine-soaked brains in a big tower, then we'll say, oh, man, new bad, old good. Remember having physical bodies, guys? Remember back when we did things?
Remember death?
Stuff?
Death was so fucking cool.
Oh, that was so base.
Hey,
like, what a great motivator.
Do you remember
like,
pain? I don't remember pain. I kind of feel nostalgic about it. I wanna cause pain.
Let's go back. Yeah.
Supervillains are born. Everyone tries to kill each other. Everything just keeps going in cycles.
Idea for a comic. It's just the day-to-day lives of a bunch of brains floating in a vat.
That's all
trying to be like, how will I stimulate my neurons today? It's like, Richard, you stimulated my fucking my pain center. Hey, quit that. Hey, knock that off. Like, haha, I fucking jacked into the control center. I can give you a little zap. And it's very funny. It's very goofy, you know. There's a bunch of
Can they be anime girls?
brains.
I'll have that done by tomorrow.
Yeah. No, anime girls don't have brains because their eyes are too big. There's no brain in there.
It's true. We did
anime girl versions of emotions. It's just Inside Out, but they're all girls this time.
No. No thanks.
Anime
are you
girl
guys
versions
going to become
of
VTubers?
Fucking kitchen.
After this podcast, apparently, we're gonna get pressured into it by our viewers.
I don't know when I will have the time, but I I mean, I have the software. I asked Mage about it because Mage made a. Well, she's made 2 actually.
I was gonna say, like, there's 3D versus 2D VTubers, right? Like, you can do a 3D model, or you can do like a live 2D rig. I'm assuming, Mary, you're using the live 2D one right now, correct?
Yeah. All right. I want to go to questions to ask. For the setup with the webcam and lighting, how important is that to be like high quality video feed?
The guy at the store told me that 4K is best, but I don't really believe him anymore.
Do you have like, do you worry about like, do you have to like keep your face well lit and stuff so that it like tracks, or is that like not that big a deal?
You want to try? I can try turning off the light.
Oh,
and then we see
frozen. Okay. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Seems alright.
Okay, but like you don't have any track lighting or like spotlighting or whatever. Okay. Is that what you're asking,
no.
Kid?
Yeah, because I'm thinking my webcam I have is really a terrible old piece of shit, and I'm not sure because I got this one program which is not the program that people use when I was looking into it, and it didn't work at all. I will get Live 2D at some point.
Nice.
And I'm gonna have to build all of the pieces and look at tutorial videos.
So,
but like,
I use FaceRig.
FaceRig.
Yeah. Live 2D is the one for like making the puppet, and FaceRig is for like doing the tracking, like something. I don't know that much about it. Mage told me a little bit about how it works.
So there's all these like really creepy characters on FaceRig. Let me try it. Yeah. Can you guys see?
Oh god.
Oh god.
No.
What has happened?
Oh yes, I think. Oh, isn't there a wolf with a gamer headset? Do you have that one?
Whoa, that one seems super important.
Greetings, traveler.
I like the cheeseburger.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Someone got paid to make that.
I don't remember these. That's scary. All right,
that's a lot of terrifying ones.
We don't have to do all that.
Come back with all the cherub next time.
I looked at the 3D. I guess the 3D one is called Vroid, is for making your 3D model. Yeah. And I looked at that, and it's really neat how it's like a sort of user-friendly art program that is like specifically designed for like 3D sculpting like an anime character.
Oh, yeah, I tried to make one. I just didn't want an anime character. Was the annoying thing. I wanted to make like a one of my characters in my style. But you can't really do that.
Right.
I would want a 2D one for sure.
I feel like if you're trying to do a custom like art style, the 2D one makes more sense.
I think it just looks like the program looks like a lot of fun to just like fuck around with and like try to push the limits of and see like what happens if I make it like this? What if I like fuck around with it like this? Like how much can I get away with in terms of like what it will accept as like a face? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the way Live 2D works, you separate out each part of the drawing, right? And that's how it kind of maps everything. So as long as you have like some sort of shape for the eye, it will animate it and treat it like an eye, I would assume. I don't think the aesthetic matters too much, but I haven't looked into it. I'm just kind of making baseless assumptions, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume you tell it like, okay, I assume that like Live or FaceRig probably has a bunch of like preset with like knows like where to place like your eyebrows, like your corners of your eyes, you know, your nose, your nostrils, corners of your mouth, chin, lips, whatever.
I think you put tracking points on there to define like where those are relative to a normal face.
Yeah, and then it's like maybe you have like the mouth layer and it like, you know, that one's controlled like on top of it or something, and you know, the whatever. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you're Mary, you're dog boy, excuse me.
Oh, good save, good
save.
Is that it's a social faux pas.
Yeah.
Is that like a pre-built thing? Because it looks very slick, very professional, and
custom.
Oh, custom. So, who drew it?
Japanese artist named Kiriro.
Cool.
Chiriro.
How many layers does that need? Because I notice when you move your torso a bit, there's like a fake 3D-ness to the.
A lot of layers.
Yeah.
Let me give you an expression that shows.
What?
A lot of layers.
Oh my god. I don't even. I like how you can. I don't know. I like when the hair moves. I like how the hair kind of. I think you can tell the hair like how to behave, like how flowy to be and stuff, like how to like follow the character or something. Yeah, I don't know, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it that I really want to dig into, just because I think it looks interesting.
I have a rigger for it who like makes edits to it and plays around with like the different moods you can get on this character. So the most recent addition has been my ears.
Yeah, I saw, and I was shocked. I saw it. Wait, who's the girl that you do streams with?
Lumi.
Yeah, I saw her. I think she put a video on Twitter the other day, and I noticed she has a hand.
Yeah, that's
and I'm like, how the fuck does she? How the fuck does it know where her hand is?
Yeah, in that 3D making thing,
yeah.
I think there was a thing where you could like have a button to have a hand motion, or maybe use your hands, wave them in front, and like the 3D model would also wave its hand. In
so
the same
way
way
we're doing it is a special glove.
Oh, like, okay. I thought maybe, because like, it would have to know. It has to know. Like if you didn't have like a glove with sensors or something, it would have to like be able to know like when the hand comes on screen versus when it goes off screen, and then to like recalibrate like which finger is which finger, and yeah. So is it kind of like a VR sort of glove?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of the equipment is also used for VR games and stuff.
Yeah. I had thought about it. I had thought about like, I wonder if they can have hands. I would like to make one with hands, and I was like, I haven't seen any with hands. And then I saw Lumi moving her hand around. I was like, oh my god, well, technology has gone too far.
You should see like some of the VTubers actually. They can do dances and stuff with their characters.
Or like full body dancing.
Yeah, they have full body VR suits. like in Ready Player Go.
Is that what Project Melody has?
I think so.
Yeah, she must be fully functional, if you know what I'm saying.
The funny thing, when I like wave my hand in front of my model, it goes crazy. Look.
Whoop.
It's like interrupting the tracking of your face, so it doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, when I fucked around with Face Rig, I was using some of those hideous 3D default models, and I think it was either the lighting or just the crappiness of my webcam that it like it had a little bit of trouble. Like it had a little bit of trouble like following me wherever I moved. Sometimes it would kind of like lose track of where my face was and just kind of jump back to like default position.
Yeah.
And I was like, I assume I have to like really have a nice like clear like camera setup that's like very easy for the computer to understand, or I would need to maybe like go in and do some like custom fiddling with the rigging to like, I don't know, so it like matches like the shape of my face better or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's very neat. It's very cool. I'm not afraid of technology. I welcome it. Dab. So how you guys?
You know, if we all become anime girls and all donate to each other, it'll basically be like what Yang wanted.
Yang, the automation is going to take our jobs. It's going to take our streaming jobs next.
Wait, if we all donate to each other, then wouldn't just PayPal get loads of money?
Oh,
wouldn't it all go up to Elon Musk?
No.
Or is he not the PayPal man anymore? I don't know.
I don't think he.
But he's the one he likes anime too, so maybe he'll be willing.
Was
to
this his long con? He's the one who's secretly financing Face Rig, so he
Yeah.
can like
The
line
next
his
fucking
pockets.
Tesla rocket launch will have like an Elon Musk anime girl VTuber narrating it.
Nice.
Elon Musk would have a fucking. he would.
You know, he liked one of my comics once.
No shit. Which one?
The one where I turned him into an anime girl.
Oh well.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've seen that one, but someone must have brought it to his attention.
I almost considered, because there's like a Tesla store nearby, I almost considered going there, asking them for a free Tesla, because Elon liked me on Twitter.
Elon liked my tweet. I believe in your company policy. It says one Elon like is worth one Tesla.
Free
please.
Tesla, yes.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
Newest model, please.
I think that could work if you just kept badgering them about it.
Yeah. I'll just keep harassing them. It's the Twitter guy again.
It's 2 likes now. There's 2 likes.
That fucking Twitter guy. How's everyone's how's everyone's week going? How's your personal life?
Oh, it's great. It's
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Same.
I'm living the peak quarantine life. I went to throw peanuts at crows today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Save those. I want those actually. Send them in the mail.
I heard that crows can recognize your face if you feed them for long enough, and then they'll bring you trinkets.
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah, crows
super smart.
are very smart. I think I remember a story of like a girl who fed the crows a lot, and the crows all knew her in the community. Like the crows talked to each other about, this is the girl.
She had a lot of clout in the crow community.
She did. She literally had a lot of crow clout.
Unironically.
Yeah.
And they would protect
That's
her
what I
from
want.
bullies. I don't think that part happened.
No. They like now when you say that, I imagine that like some bullies are coming and the crows like all like flock to her and like form like a big suit around her.
No,
There was, like,
all the crows like show up behind her and like eye down this bully. They're like, "Do you want to learn why we're called a murder of crows?" And they just beat the fuck out of them.
You know in Naruto how like Gaara had like the sand that would like always protect him from any attack. It's like that, but like with crows.
Yeah, she carries such a big water bottle filled with crows on her back.
This gourd of crows.
She has like a big like I don't know, a big like bird feeder, like maybe a big like log with like seed like glued to it with peanut butter or something. It's just covered with crows. Crows like seeds, they must. Birds like seeds.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I know about birds. They like seeds.
Seems fair.
My weeks, my multiple days of stuff have been mostly just fucking around playing video games and thinking so hard, thinking every day about the Bale Jape book of my first comic.
It's all part of the process.
I made the first page in Photoshop. I was like, I see. I could put the text here, and then I could put the page number up here, and it could be exactly the same as the Homestuck physical versions where it has the little author comments at the bottom. And I was like, I'm gonna write author comments. And I tried to write one. I'm like, oh no, I'm stupid though. I can't write. This is not gonna work.
I think, yeah. I was considering doing something similar with Slime and Punishment, and I think that I would find it pretty, not to brag or anything, but I could probably write them very easily. I feel like I know exactly what I would write.
Why don't you?
Maybe. Boys, I'm back at it. I'm lifting again. I'm fucking ripped. I'm jacked. 2 weeks in, and I'm stronger than anyone has ever been.
Oh no.
Yes.
Ben's getting ready for if Trump wins again. He's going to be able to go take it to the streets.
He's gonna Hulk jump over the buildings.
They're not gonna fucking throw me out of a helicopter. All right, I'm not going down without a fight. I've been drinking my almond milk.
Hell yeah, almond milk is based.
It's so based.
I love almond milk.
I've discovered it in this past year.
People talking about oat milk being the new hotness. Oat milk has carbs. Unacceptable. It's all about the almond milk.
Costco the big, like, I buy them by the crates. I'll buy like 24 cartons of Kirkland almond milk at a time.
Holy shit!
Get it? You gotta buy in bulk.
All right, you're on a totally different level than me then. Oh my god.
No, I'm drinking it. I'm drinking like multiple.
I need to start hitting up Costco. Aldi is closed right now, so this entire month I've had like no access to Aldi, and I'm like going broke from like buying regularly priced groceries. I need to go down to Costco.
I swear to God, my Instacart subscription has paid for itself because with Instacart subscription, I can send other people to go and shop at Costco for me.
Yeah.
I do not have to buy a Costco membership to benefit from their incredibly low prices.
I want to go to Costco and use my EBT card, so then I pay like literally nothing.
Yeah, well, that's true, but I'm not that worried about it. I'm not that worried. I don't know, the EBT point, I can use them later. I'll use them later.
Sounds pretty bougie to me, not having to worry about your fucking money.
Oh, I'm worried about it. They reduced my benefits. They cut me, but it's okay. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it just fine. But yeah, super powerful, super strong. Sucks to be you guys.
Well, I'm
on my level.
Working out.
I've started trading as well.
Is that true? Yeah. Do you lift?
What?
But Mary.
Which one
Mary.
of us?
You.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I lift myself.
What? Oh, okay. What do you do? What's your routine like?
So twice a week I walk 10 kilometers, and then I go to my friend's house, who lives like 5 kilometers away, and then I walk the other 5 back, and then we do calisthenics.
Cardio kills your gains. You'll never get huge like that.
You'll never drink a lot of almond milk.
You'll never swell.
I drink almond milk with protein powder. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I haven't got into the protein
It's pretty good.
supplement stuff at all. I've just been eating meat or whatever.
Are you a little beta boy?
Oh my god!
Little beta girl, actually.
She's a little beta girl now. Sad. Sad but true.
I've been doing the squats.
Imagine eating meat. Cringe.
You do it though.
Imagine not crafting your own keto gummies. Imagine having like normal food. How sad.
I've perfected a new recipe, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I have utilized the power of pectin and monocalcium phosphate. And that's all I have to say about that. The pectin really brings out the flavor. Really imparts a little bit more of that candy consistency, so it doesn't just taste like hard Jello, and it helps the flavors shine a lot more. It's very really onto something.
One of these days, I have to partake in your science experiments.
They've evolved. The ones I'm making now are like nothing like the old ones. I feel like I'm gonna have to make like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3.
What?
Mary,
oh my god.
He's huge.
My god.
He's so cute.
Oh no.
What is happening?
Scary.
Oh Jesus Christ.
It's too big. Frankly, it's just a little bit too big for my taste.
Wow, that really is.
I take it all back. VTubers was a mistake.
Really is an advanced strat.
He's just fucking zooming. He's zooming all over the damn place.
Is this what a zoomer is?
He's got no legs. It's
oh my
like
god,
ghost.
he's got a torso. I can't.
What?
That's
the
so
arms
weird.
just slide out.
Amazing.
That's wild. I didn't know. You know what? I didn't know. I was curious how far down it extended, but now I'm glad that I know. Neat.
Yeah, I've been doing fucking.
Anyway, yeah, we're all little betas.
The coolest. I've been doing squats. I've been doing this and that, moving my legs, and they hurt now, and that's good. It's good to feel pain.
It's a good pain.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
spoken
solid.
like a flesh bag. Oh, pain's good. Oh, my weak physical body. I have to train with fucking resistance training. Oh, I have to break it so I can build it back up instead of just like buying the better model of body. Oh, how pathetic. We're all sad. Flesh bags. The worst.
I don't know. Something about the feeling of like, you know, like I sat down the other day, and I was like, wow, my butt's bigger than it used to be. That I can feel it, and that's good.
Is that good?
It's
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want.
As long as that was what you want.
It's always been like really bony and terrible, and now it feels like an actual thing.
Are you eating big?
I don't think I'm really eating enough to make a lot of progress. I'm not doing it very efficiently.
Well, there's your fucking problem.
I have such a small brain that I can't remember anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only thing I'm doing...
You know, that is your problem.
It's all I'm doing is working out, doing my routine every other day, and I eat whatever I eat when I'm hungry, and it's making some progress, and that's fine by me.
Hell yeah. I was just memeing. Working out and being based is awesome.
It's not enough. It's never enough.
Well, I mean,
it'll never be enough, but like, I don't know. There's already too many things in my life where I say, oh, it's never enough. I don't need to add like fitness to that.
That's true.
Doing something is better than nothing. I'll exist.
2 weeks into getting back on the wagon, and already I can feel my whole worldview shifting. Just the other day, I thought like, hey, what if I like wore clothes that fit?
Oh, I saw that tweet.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. I was like, should I like call Ben and see if he's okay? This is like a tweet you would put out. You know that meme where it's just like, what would you tweet to let people know that like you were in trouble? Like that's what I think your tweet would be.
What if I had like a nice outfit?
What if I was dressed like in a fucking suit and tie or something? And I was tempted to just be like, tweet out something like Horseshoe Theory is real, because like you've gone so far left, you like want to dress like a fucking like super like alt-righter guy now. But I was like, that won't fit.
Suits aren't alt-right. They're just expensive, and thus.
The alt-right, they've reclaimed suits.
They really have.
Nobody can wear suits anymore. They've got the market cornered.
Yeah.
Everyone else has to dye their hair pink and wear like mesh vests and I don't know, rainbow I don't know, tattoos, whatever the fuck.
What about Sanji?
Who?
From One Piece.
He's a Nazi, Kim.
Oh.
Sanji.
He is part of the Germa clan.
Hey, have you been keeping up with One Piece?
Who, me?
Well, I guess you. Do you read One Piece, Mary?
I did until the fish people, and then I kind of fell out of it.
Which fish people?
I have read a little further than you, but I'm like a while behind. I'm like a few months behind, I think. I almost caught up at RadCon.
When you say
everyone's
fish people,
underwater, and there's this giant lady. And,
okay, yeah, that's quite far in.
And this guy who doesn't wash his hand throws axes at her.
Doesn't wash his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't wash his hand because he wears a gloves, Vanderdecken. His power is to throw something and it will always meet its mark. And he's touched Shirahoshi, so he doesn't touch anything on that hand again. So that he can throw things at her forever.
Oh, right.
That's his secret plan.
I totally forgot about that.
You're such a One Piece idiot, Ben.
Shirahoshi is the best girl design.
She's the same as all of the others. She's just bigger.
She isn't. Wait. No. I'm not thinking. Who's her mom? The queen.
Otohime.
Otohime is my favorite. That's what I meant.
Yeah, she was great.
She's sick. She's sick as fuck.
Is she big too?
No, she's small.
I
the
think
Neptulon is the big one.
Oh. She's Otohime is kind of big, but not like big.
She's like One Piece small, aka like 8 feet tall.
Saw a tweet the other day that was like, well, it was a visual diagram, but the long and short of it was, what if all the big people in One Piece, like Don Quixote and who's the fucking nightmare guy, the shadow guy?
Shadow guy?
Yeah, on Thriller Bark.
Oh, Gecko Moria?
The Shishibukai. Yeah, like, what if all the big people like Don Quixote and Gecko Moria are actually just normal-sized people, and people like Zoro and Luffy are just tiny? They're just like 3 feet tall?
That's funny.
Makes you think. Can't disprove it.
That's just
you can disprove it, because he said how tall they are.
Fuck.
Maybe the planet of One Piece causes people, like the gravity is different. Maybe the planet's quite small, so like people grow really big because the gravity doesn't squish them that much. And the Luffy's
maybe the planet in One Piece is flat. How what do you think about that?
Well, how would they sail around the Grand Line?
Makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, you know.
No, it
I
makes
reject
no
this.
sense.
There is no red line. It's just there's just the dirt wall. There's
Where's
just a
the
disc
curve?
and the dirt. There's
Where's
just a disc
the
and the dirt
curve?
wall.
See the curve the whole time.
No. Oda has never drawn the curve.
Oh, water finds its level. It's impossible.
He refuses to draw the curve because he knows. He knows.
One of my favorite things recently is watching like flat earthers' own videos on YouTube.
Oh, I that.
That sounds incredible.
That folding
actually.
ideas
Yeah,
video, a really big one.
It's a whole genre of like videos, and it's got its own like YouTube creators, and it's got its own Keemstar figure. It's really funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny. The anti-flat Earth scene. I didn't know about that.
So there's this one guy called Simon Dan, and so some of the flat earthers call him Satan Man Dan.
Okay. Oh, because he is a heretic, I guess.
Yeah. And one of them has this like obsession with Walt Disney.
And the flat earthers or the anti-flat earthers?
The flat earthers, they have this obsession with Walt Disney because they think he's like part of the worldwide conspiracy, so they call him Walt Hitler.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Donald Duck
It's
the sea
a whole
cow
thing.
in that one cartoon.
The last flat Earth thing I watched was the newest video from Inuit. Not Inuit. I always confuse them. Folding ideas.
I watched
folding
that
ideas
one, and he went
Earth.
further than just like, haha, it's Earth is round, idiot. It was like a whole reason that people fall into these types of ideas, and the sort of desire of wanting to make sense of the world, and and all of the dangers that come with that.
I wish the Earth was flat.
Yeah.
Then I could throw like a rock,
would
it would fly all the way across.
I mean, if some of their theory is to be believed, the Antarctic would be like would be all surrounding us, like a giant ice wall that just kept us out. And maybe there would be more worlds with more humans.
What if the real world is like Minecraft, and if you get past that point, it starts like the world's generation starts fucking up.
Yeah.
You go into the far lands of real life. But nobody's ever made it that far because it's too cold and they always turn around.
For all I know, the Earth is flat. Nobody's proven otherwise. Nobody can convince me. That's not true. That's not true, because in that video I mentioned he literally proves that the Earth is round, so never mind.
Now, the Earth is the Game of Thrones intro. It's inside out Earth.
It's inside out.
It's like Halo, but a sphere. It's Sphero.
It's like it's like a ring, but if the ring was like rotated 360 degrees, extended in a polar sort of fashion.
I would be interested to see how that would look rendered. Like, I've always loved the way Halo looks when you see the ring in the distance going all the way up.
Do you guys have any more questions for me?
Oh, I have a question. Here's an interview type question. You say you write comics.
That's right.
How did you get your start in terms of like getting people to draw them for you? Did you just have the money to do it?
I have a follow-up question. Yeah. I have a follow-up question to this.
Do you want me to answer first, or?
Yeah.
I wrote a message that basically said, I want to do a comic. I have this and this budget, and then I copy pasted it to 600 people on DeviantArt.
Wow. So,
I mean, that's how you do it.
What was your budget?
Yeah. What?
What was your budget for the first one?
like $200.
Okay.
Yeah. For like I don't know what the first one like. What did $200 pay for?
Basically nothing.
Yeah,
but it got you started, and now look at you.
I was gonna say, did you have like a big break moment or something when like you went from like just doing this as a hobby to like, was there like a moment when like you got like exposed and you were like, hey, I've sort of broken out into the industry, I say in quotes?
It came in 3 waves.
Yeah.
The first wave was after I'd gotten my job as a sales guy at a company. I started having a lot more money to throw at comics, so I could hire a much better artist, and I did a comic with him. Mm-hmm. And that comic was drawn really well, and so I just marketed it like crazy on Twitter, and it gave me a lot of followers. The second wave came when I got Ushimi, the girl who draws big tits.
Mm-hmm.
That seems right.
Nice.
Yeah, that came. That's just why. I don't need to explain anymore.
Yeah.
And then the third wave was when I started doing Internet Explorer chat, just like the meme characters.
Yeah.
That was the first time I really did like a comic that was made just for Twitter, not like with a longer plot. Like it turned into a series later, but that was the first time I did like a
When I remember reading it and being surprised when it kind of like it does develop a plot eventually, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. So for the anniversary, we got like a really good artist to come in and do like 180 panels worth of action for a thing. So that was really fun.
Yeah. I didn't realize we've been going for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah. Time flies when you are talking about dopamine and flat earthers.
Yeah, boy.
The topics that really matter, you know?
Yeah.
We could move on to voicemails if you guys want to.
I might have to go, unfortunately.
Sure. You've been,
Yeah, it's been great having you on.
I think my eye's swelling. I might have to go to the doctor.
Ooh, sorry about that. Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah, it's your fault, Ben. It's your fault.
My bad. Hey, introduce me to, Sashimi-chan or whatever.
I will.
Nice. Thank you. I'm glad we got the chance to have you on, Mary. I appreciate you.
I'd
appreciate
love for
you
to co-write a comic with me someday, Ben. I think it would be fantastic. I think you're better than me.
I don't know. I have no confidence in my ability to appraise my own writing skills, so I'm just gonna assume you're correct. Yeah. All right. Excellent.
I want to be in on this. I want clout too. Can I have some, please?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yes.
Sure.
That's all you need.
Okay. All right. Any last words? Any last words?
I love gold.
Whoa! Woo! Gold, baby! Yeah! Fuck yeah! Give me the gold! All right, epic. Nice. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Take it easy.
Catch you later.
Catch you later, gamer boy. Bye-bye.
Everyone check out Mary's stuff. Links in the description.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you very much for having me on. I love the PCP. I hope you do more lectures. Please do the Ulililia one soon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Based.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.
All right. So voicemails, right? That's what we're doing now.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to the.
Eleazar, cut all this bullshit out. Make this less awkward.
Nah, just double the pauses. In fact,
Eleazar, use your editing skills to make this not awkward, please. That's what we pay you for.
No! Don't put the whole podcast in the trash. No, that's not what we meant.
No, it's too much. That's too. You're making it too based now. All right. So, Okay, Eleazar sent in a voicemail, so let's start with his.
Let's do that.
He gets priority. So Eleazar, what's your fucking problem? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, it's me, Eleazar, your favorite ethnic PCP editor.
Nice.
You might know me for It's time to shit, or other classics such as This is the Stupid Idiot Corner. Anyways, I've released an album. In fact, you're listening to it right now.
Oh.
Eleazar, link in the show notes. All the songs are instrumentals, and they're copyright free, so you can use them in whatever projects you like. The only requirement is to give credit for the music. I will now go back to my editing lair and keep editing the PCP. I haven't seen the sun in so long, and I'm hungry. Ben only gives me what he calls keto crumbs, which is just a plate with nothing in it.
Eleazar.
Hey, wake up, Eleazar.
Oh shit, here they come. Okay, bye. Thank you.
I remember cracking that whip. Good times.
I don't remember saying wake up.
Wake up, Eleazar. You only dreamed you were editor for the PCP. You've been in PCP jail the whole time. Okay, well, check out Eleazar's fucking album.
Yeah.
Link in the description. Cool. Next up, we've got Maxed Out. 3, 2, 1, go.
So I was listening to Tom's Patreon bonus podcast at patreon.com/polystation2.
Whoa.
And he was talking about how maybe he'd want to make a fighting game one day. And it got me thinking, a lot of times this kind of thing will come up and the chat or comments will be like, yeah, I'd love to see a fighting game where I'm playing as my favorite PCP member.
Whoa.
And that'd be cool, I guess. But really, I'd love to see a fighting game with your OCs as the playable characters, especially if they were in their original art styles. I would love to see a 3D Azumi fighting a very simplistic 2D pump. I want to see a black and white Sophia having a zoning battle against Soraya. That's what I would love to see out of a PCP fighting game. It'd be the most eclectic thing since Angel Eyes on the PS1.
Thought about this,
and I would be all in for it.
I don't
of making like a Smash clone with all our characters. But that would just
I don't dare to imagine such a thing.
I do all the time.
It would be so based I would run around.
I mean, that's not even the first project I've thought about. I thought about doing like a deck building game based on all of our OC characters and like print out like a deck of cards with them.
Deck building game?
There's a lot of ideas floating around in my head.
Magic.
That sounds like some real nerd shit.
Oh, super nerd shit.
Just make top trumps. Have like the you know top trumps?
No.
It's this very simplistic card game where there was all the rage back in the playground, where it's just a list of things and there's a bunch of stats, and the person just puts down and says, I'm using this stat. Like if it's like about cars, it's like, oh, the acceleration number, and then the person who goes next, if they have a higher acceleration number, they win and they take the cards, and the winner is the one who takes all the cards. It's a weird. It's.
What the fuck? So, you just
It's hard to explain in.
So okay. So the card has stats.
It has a list of arbitrary numbers that are related to whatever the theme of the deck is. Like they made so many of these things. There was one about dinosaurs, one about cars, Harry Potter, fucking everything, Lord of the Rings.
But so the ultimate goal is just to have the highest number.
You have to put down your card and say which thing you're most confident in winning. It's like I put down this dinosaur and it's like, I don't know, height or whatever.
Do you put it down not knowing what your opponent's
Yeah, it's a gamble whether you have the bigger card. And sometimes you get a dinosaur that is really good at something and really bad at something else. And if the other
okay. So you win by having the biggest number. So I imagine that the goal then is to like save your big numbers for like when it really matters, like when the stakes are higher?
I think you just have to use whatever is at the top of your deck, because you split the deck in half.
Oh, so it's like war.
Yeah, war? What's war?
Yeah. War is basically you split a deck of cards in half, and then you just like flip cards at each other, and like whoever's is higher wins.
I guess so, but unlike a deck of cards, they have multiple numbers that you can choose on each card.
But wouldn't you always just choose the biggest one?
No, because like let's say it changes for every deck, every themed card deck. But like sometimes like a thing that's really like if we're talking about cars, something has really high top speed will have a really low something else. And you might have a car that has a low top speed but a really high of that something else. I can't think of an example because I haven't looked at
like
these
acceleration
things.
Or something.
Something like that. And so you could strategically. Well, actually, it's not really strategy so much as luck and then strategy.
It sounds like luck.
Oh, okay. So when you're flipping these card decks, like you're both gonna have cards that are like themed about like cars.
Yeah,
or,
they're
like,
all cars in the whole deck.
I was imagining that like you might have one guy flips like a Toyota Corolla with like acceleration 50 and like armor 10 or whatever, and then the other guy flips over like Mothra, maximum flight speed 50 miles per hour.
It doesn't
special move sleep powder.
It doesn't work like that because there are different numbers of stats in different things.
Yeah,
like cars have a lot of different numbers associated with them. And some cars are just really based. I learned about the McLaren. I learned about all these car manufacturers' names through this stupid game.
Interesting.
Anyway, that was a big aside and meant nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking something more along the lines of Star Realms, but that's an interesting concept as well. But anyways, we're talking about a fighting game. It would be cool. It would be like the most titanic endeavor ever undertaken by all of us combined.
I think... But I was talking about PCP, not PCP. Well, yeah, ROM hacks, Pokemon ROM hacks on the stream this week, and about how like it's the kind of thing that I think about. Like, oh, what if someone made like a PCP Pokemon ROM hack, or what if someone made like an RFCK Pokemon ROM hack? And it seems just doable enough. But then I know that like if I were to try to do it, it would be like, oh, this is actually a lot harder than I thought in all these different ways. And it would probably end up taking like weeks, months,
definitely
years,
months.
Even. Yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah, and like, it's like, what a shame if it were like to be half made and just like, ugh.
You really need
what a nightmare that would be.
That youngster energy where you can spend the entirety of your waking hours working on something, and then not having to think about like eating because your parents will make it for you.
I mean, when I was in like college, I like got RPG Maker and I started working on. I've probably talked about this, right? I started working on the Christian Weston Chandler's Adult Chronicles. I was trying to like make my own version of it, and I put like a lot of time into that. I made like sprites and stuff. Started making maps. It was not even close to like a finished product, and yet it was still like a pretty significant effort that I made towards it. And like,
this shit takes a long time.
It really does. Oof.
I mean, just to make that one room of an Izumi game took like the better part of a year of just like working. It takes so
that
fucking
was
long.
You building the game
than
mechanics
just the room,
at the same time, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on, which is why it took so long.
Yeah,
but like you could, if
a
you
whole
were
game
to,
has mechanics and like an entire game.
If you were to make another room, it wouldn't take as long for just that room.
No, but like every time you build like, because like I started building a level on top of that, and it's like, okay, I want this level to like, because like the whole thing was supposed to take place in like an old factory or something, and like, all right, so there's gonna be little things that you have to dodge at, like will like crush you if you stand under them, but like that has to be built out custom on top of like everything else. It's like, okay, so I know how to build a room, but now I have to build like the sequence of variables that cause these objects to go up and down in a certain pattern, and like I have to make sure the collision box follows that sprite that moves up and down and how it controls everything. So like it's a lot. Video games are complicated as shit.
Video games are complicated.
And like a fighting game, I've always like in the back of my mind, because I love fighting games. Guilty Gear is my favorite thing in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'd love to make a fighting game. The problem with making a fighting game is that like it's so simple on the surface, because it's like, well, there's like 2 characters. There's basically no level design. It's just making a pretty background. But like the game balance is so fucking hard.
You don't need to make
because you have to make multiple
You don't
characters.
need to make game balance.
And you have to make sure the balance is there and everything. Yeah, you do. If you want to make it fun and make
yeah.
it viable.
Making a shitty fighting game is probably like, I mean, it's probably still hard, but it's probably like doable.
You could.
Right, you're just making a character state machine over and over and over.
You just all you need to do is make Punk OP, and that'll be all.
I suppose that's true. I suppose I could just do that.
You use her fire breath.
So what we're saying is, make it. somebody else make it, please.
I think what we need to do is we need to get $200 and we have to message 600 people on DeviantArt until somebody will make our game for us. I think that's
where all the game devs are, on DeviantArt.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go on itch.io and go to like user page after user page, like, hi, I'm looking for someone to code me a video.
go to Fiverr.com.
Yeah.
I used Fiverr
to make a video game.
I have too.
I paid someone on Fiverr to convert a PNG image that I had into a vector. It was for the RCK a Kickstarter thing.
Hey, how are those pins going, by the way? How's all that stuff?
Have I not mentioned? I have the lady has been like sort of like hard to get a hold of lately, but like I have all the pins except for one pin and the coin. And when I'm missing one of the pins, I'm missing the coins, but I have settled on the final design, and I literally just have to give her the money. And then it will probably be another like whenever she lets me do that, it will probably be another like 2 weeks or so until I have the products, and then it will be done, and I will have everything, and I will start shipping them.
Sick.
That has just kind of been going on in the background. I'm so excited to have the coins. I have the test coins here. I like made like a slight change to them, but I'm confident that they are going to look sick. They're going to look almost like these ones that I have, but like a little different. It will be better. Mwah. Anyway, anything else? Anything else about fighting games or whatever the fuck? What are we even talking about?
Fighting games are sick.
I want to make a shitty fighting game.
Yeah, I guess they're kind of sick.
I just started playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Actually good. Pretty cool. Worth $20.
What system is that on?
It's on everything.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Is it new?
It's like a couple years old. It was like a budget game that came out. It was like a small company made it. So it's like kind of rough around the edges, but like the actual fighting system is really fun.
I mean, I'm a little surprised that like a Power Rangers game would come out in modern era.
Yeah, it's strange, but it was really fucking cool. And I enjoyed it immensely.
Weird. Yeah, weird. Cool. Okay. Next one is from Konichiwag.flv. Okay. 3, 2, 1, a go.
Hello, PCP. Thank you for listening to my voicemail.
You're welcome.
This is the end of an era guy. I was drunk last time. I am drunk this time. And I just listened to you guys talk about my little voicemail. Thank you. Thank you for spending so much time on it. A couple points. I don't really have any. I think y'all went over it pretty well.
This is great.
And all I do is listen to you guys talk all day. It's either you guys, Dick Masterson, or the radio. So please, continue doing all your PCP. And yeah, no, I mean, like,
guys,
please, just fucking please. Also, konnichiwa.
It's something endearing about that guy.
Simp. Guys, I gotta say that voicemail has made me reconsider whether I want to be a part of the show. I kind of think that maybe it's time to wrap it up, pack it in, let me begin.
Right, I'll take your cut going forward.
No, you have to quit too. No. If I quit, you all have to go down with me. It all burns.
That's right. I forgot.
I forgot. It'll be the gift
I have
show.
to do exactly what you say. It's contractually obligated.
I think that's somewhere in the. We think we had a meeting. I think we voted on that actually, and it's in the.
Right.
Yeah, we ratified it. So.
I see.
Shit. Next up is Yes. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Guys, help me out here. What am I missing?
If you're missing something, I'm missing
it. Sayonara.
That's not. That's,
I think.
This must be like some other member of the Kawasaki clan. Some beast guy who's just like fucking.
It sounded more like a little
fucking
gremlin.
his dogs or whatever. Fucking his ninja dogs. Sexy ass ninja dogs. Really getting into it.
Oh.
Animals can't consent, but ninja animals can. Did you know that?
I do now.
Yeah. Next up is more yelling about Digimon. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm into this.
Yeah, but I don't like it when
3,
they
2, 1,
do anything.
go.
I sent in that first Digimon Royal Rumble voicemail. Since then, huge influx of similar voicemails. Proud of y'all.
Oh.
Anyways,
Proud of you.
Ben, if
Proud
I
of
can watch
you,
the anime,
my
try
dude.
doing so in Japanese. The English dub is full of character assassination. There's a reason why people generally like Daisuke and Taiki and absolutely hate Davis and Mikey.
Yes, I know.
Worst
Bad
of all
dub.
is Mimi, who in the original show is one of the best characters, especially in Japanese. But the English dub absolutely ruins her character for the sake of just Valley Girl
we already know
generally
this,
making
right?
her dumber
we all know
jokes.
this.
It's actually kind of sexist and gross, and it's not very good. Watch it in Japanese. Start with either the original Mamoru Hosoda short film or with Tamers, or either work.
I didn't.
Tom, Tamers is based, but recently there's been one just as based, Digimon Universe Apply Monster. I know it sounds like some cringe emoji movie stuff. It is not. It's a lot of social commentary about like the internet and YouTube and how it's affected how the youth see their future careers, etc. Very interesting. It is on Crunchyroll in America. Lastly, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Bundle. Both the original Cyber Sleuth and the spin-off Hacker's Memory. 2 50-hour RPGs. Only $50 on PC and Steam. I meant PC and Switch. Often on sale for half off too. Very good deal. Digimon Survive looks based. That first trailer was amazing, but it keeps getting delayed. I hear a good thing about the manga, so maybe check those out, but I haven't read.
Well, that's your
sounds good.
That's your Digimon content update for this week.
Every time someone talks about Digimon, I'm like, oh, Digimon's so fucking cool. Maybe I'll do a lecture, but that'd be a nightmare.
Should we get Digital Dream on as a guest?
I don't know. Like that'd be fun, probably for me. I would just geek out about Digimon. I'd have a good time.
No, honestly, I wouldn't have that much to say about it. I just think Digital Dream is a very funny person.
I wouldn't have
I'll get Digital Dream. We'll do a podcast together.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Next up is Next up is
how'd you know I was gonna do for the intro? I gotta figure out a new one now.
Your name required.
Digimon
3, 2,
Digital
1,
Podcast.
Go.
I have a great idea. Listen to me, America. I have important, very important ideas. This is what we need to do. Every infant that's born, every infant male, we need to take them and cut their earlobes off. Why? Number 1, it's unsightly. Number 2, greater chance of cancer. More flesh equals more cancer chance.
Yeah.
Number 3, they can't get earrings, therefore they can't be gay. Okay, there you go. So we need to cut infants' earlobes off because it's worthless flesh. It does nothing. It's completely functionless. It's great. Great idea. Let's do it. Roll it out. It's the default. You have to opt out. This is the future, people. Cut away that which is unnecessary. We don't need appendixes. We don't need pinky fingers. We just need arms and legs. No fingers, no hands. Just head and jar.
Yeah, just brain in a dopamine column.
Yeah, I mean, we already. You're a little late to the party.
We are miles ahead of you. And the appendix.
I wanna cut all of the good parts out and just leave the earlobes and the
frenulum.
finger. That's all I'm gonna be. Yeah, just all of the worst parts. The back of the knee.
Isn't there another like useless?
We only need the front of the knee. The front of the knee is
spleen,
cool. Why don't we have two front of the knees? So we can bend them both ways.
No. That's the only useful organ that I've got.
The penis?
Maybe, I don't know. Tonsils. Yeah, fuck tonsils.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yo, fuck tonsils, alright? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, hard agree. Next up we got, is this okay? No. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just want to sing. I just want to dance. I just want to live my life.
No.
I want to be happy.
Stop.
I want to express the joy I feel in my heart. Would you guys be okay with it if I sang in the voicemails?
The thing about that is that I run a really tight ship here, and like voicemails have to pass a very stringent quality control criteria. So sing at your own peril, my dude. Next one is it was just called like a cat face, like the ASCII cat face character. Okay. Yeah. So 3, 2, 1, go.
So I think Ben, you need to start your own podcast, and I think Godzilla is amazing, Tom, and you need to just keep doing that. Thank you.
Wait, what? Could you guys make that out? Let me.
I think he said, Ben, you need to start your own podcast. And
he did.
Tom,
it's called the
Godzilla
Procrastinators, starting with episode 200, whatever.
Why does Ben need to start his own podcast? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Patreon one.
Yeah, we all have
our secret.
We do all have that.
And they're great.
I mean, on
maybe he means like maybe he means because I mentioned like, you know, when you were talking about Squadzilla, I said like I'd love to be on like some kind of like very specifically themed podcast like that. Right. Maybe he means something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's all well and good.
You just
You just need to find a.
Just gotta start Keto Confections, the new podcast.
Keto Confections, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, you know what? Just talk about like, damn. So what's new in the world of Keto Confections this week? Oh boy, really having great results with this monocalcium phosphate. It's like perfecto. Why not? It's as good as it's as good as anything else. Next one is called Samurai the Musical. 3. A lot of fucking pretenders to the throne. But then you stab them with a kunai, and in a puff of smoke, you realize they were a simple log the whole time.
I wonder if this is a real
3, 2, 1, go.
Konnichiwa, baka Yubeno-san, return scroll. Okay, until next time, sayonara.
I think that was the genuine article. Shows what I know. Damn, samurai. The way of the samurai. She sure must be doing things. Such a multi-talented character. Such a robust character. Full of could fill any niche really.
Yeah.
Next is Margar. This fucker. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Margar here. In light of the recent anti-police and anti-prison episode of the PCP, I would like to send a formal application for you to reconsider my place within Voice Prison. I think that I've more than served my time and been a good contributing member of society.
This is the most...
you know, just be cool, man. I'm just being cool in prison.
How is he not...
I don't want to be here anymore.
How did we let this happen? How did we allow him... Why do we let him have a phone?
He keeps sending hundreds
He's not allowed to petition
to
like
beat him
this.
up, and they just don't finish the job.
This has to be illegal somehow, right? No. Who do we just make voice grail? Who do we just make voice grail? Appeal to that guy. Appeal to that guy. I don't remember
the
either.
guy
it doesn't matter. I don't care. He's whoever that guy was is voice really grail. Appeal to him because the only way to get out of voice jail is to have someone is to mutually annihilate in a burst of pure energy with the negatively charged, the oppositely charged voice grail. I don't make the rules. I kind of did, but I don't. So that's just. Yeah, that's right. I do in fact make the rules, but I have already made them, and I'm not willing to reconsider.
I do make the rules. I just won't change them.
Next up is Bob's Story 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, so yeah, quick follow-up to my story from last week. Yes, I took all of the pictures for her.
This is the...
It was all her idea. I also put the pictures on 4chan a while later.
Because she wanted you to, right?
But yeah, the horror of it, Gib, was that I had a Chris Chan video on like a playlist playing while I was fingering her. So I'm like having Chris look at me from the corner of my eye, and it freaked me the fuck out.
Nice.
It was also the first time I fingered a girl, so there's that too.
Gross.
Everything about this is bad.
Okay, so this really makes me think, though. This really confirms my suspicion that the girl kind of just wanted to get fingered, and maybe was using the let's take pictures as just sort of a pretense to sexualize the encounter. I don't know. That's just my opinion, man. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't worry, there's more. There's more. In Bob's Story 4, we get the follow-up.
Oh, God.
3, 2, 1, go.
To follow up, Ben, the girl and I, we kind of went on a couple of dates, and I fingered her a few more times and, like, made out a couple times. And then I found out she was engaged, and I was not okay with that.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay.
These are like two very key facts to making this story as terrifying as you're implying it to be, and you kept us waiting a whole week.
You know what? I think my theory holds. I just kind of think she was just on the prowl.
Yeah, no, that definitely solidifies that.
Yeah, and just I can imagine. Now, maybe I'm being unfair here, but my mind goes to like, your guys are talking about Chris Chan or whatever, and she's like, why won't this homo just finger me already?
Right.
Like she came up to you the first time. She saw your hands. She's like, those are good hands.
I know.
She complimented.
The only language he understands is the language of is the language of sonitude. I know. I can pretend that these pictures are for
maybe if I fuck with
that's
Chris
the reason
Chan,
why
he'll
I can
care.
get naked, and then I won't.
That'll
and
be
that's
an
the reason why I can get naked, and I won't look like a slut or anything. As we're posting my nudes for Chris Weston Chandler onto 4chan. Doesn't it? I understand more, but at the same time, I don't. Good story though. Good story. Next up, it's tale as old as time. Next up is Pro Masturbator.
Just like Toy Story.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, PCP. So, Gib is a girl now? I don't understand.
It boggles the mind.
There are no girls on the internet, right? Like that's not a thing.
That's right.
So
that's true.
What's up with that?
JK, trans rights.
Well,
yeah, you gotta cover your back. You
know? Gotta be thorough.
I think maybe
to make sure there's no.
I think maybe this guy called in to be like, haha, sarcastic about like, but then he felt like, oh, this kind of actually just sounds like I'm like stupid. So I gotta dial back. I gotta dial it back and be like, no, but actually no, but actually don't say these things.
It is the unfortunateness because it ruins the punchline.
Everything I am about to say is not sincerely believed. Like, anyway, by the way, onto my voicemail. Okay, next up, Cross fan art is based. 3, 2, 1, go.
I recently got my first piece of fan art, and it got me thinking about how fucking based fan art is. Feel like you need to draw, but you got artist block? Whoever your favorite content creator is probably a great source of inspiration. Make fan art. Want Senpai to notice you, but they won't respond to the hundreds of comments you've left on their YouTube videos? Tweet fan art at them. Want to support your favorite content creator? Patreon.com/Ben Saint.
Yeah.
What, you're broke? Well, then fucking fan art.
This guy knows everything. How is this guy just the smartest person alive? How did he do it?
I drew. It's
just
every
Azumi fan art I get makes the projects I'm going
especially
to make
for someone who
like,
draws
be complete 5 minutes earlier than they otherwise would be because it's like an extra boost of energy. Yeah. That's the whole point. I can't say it's too good,
only 5
then,
minutes
like,
though.
I'll get
you need more fan art,
and then the project will be done. So you gotta taper that out a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a few gigabytes of punk.
I got a Cop Killer fan art the other day. It was the first one I'd gotten in a while, but I was like, hell yeah, literally amazing. Next, yeah.
I would like people to draw the Gib Sona that I have, the female looking one.
The one.
I haven't drawn her that properly, but I've drawn her a bunch. Like
in a dress.
It's just basically me, but with tits.
Little dress.
Just do that. Yeah, and or just wearing clothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Is the tits.
Next one is called estrogen. Estrogen is a hell of a drug. 3, 2, 1.
Estrogen.
Konnichiwa. It is Samurai here to explain to Benno-san this so-called situation.
No.
But
don't.
Friend, explain because Samurai voice not good.
Hi, I'm the Samurai's friend. So he found your Discord through an old tweet that you made in like 2018 maybe, after you said that he was in the Discord, which he wasn't. He went to your Discord server. There was somebody there called Actual Samurai Guy. So the Samurai sent him a DM and said, hey, why don't you get fucked? You posted a cringy picture. Fuck you. The Samurai is my character, not yours. So that guy fucked off. And now Samurai, who's in the Discord now, is the actual Samurai. I don't know why he wanted this clarified, but he wanted me to do it. So I'm going to hand you back to him.
We're pure now.
Konnichiwa. Benno-san, I forgive you. But please return the scroll. Okay, hormone make voice hard to do. So Samurai go forever, probably. But until whenever, sayonara. Hero Gib.
Ha, sucker! He fucking forgave me for all my betrayals. Ah, you nerd! This is what I was waiting for. I tricked you into it. I waited you out, and it paid dividends. I'm gonna be rolling in it. I'm gonna use the power of the scroll.
What did they say?
Make me a millionaire. Fucking nerd. I missed
what
that
did he
too.
say about something about the voice?
Didn't last week say like a cold
makes
or
it
something?
difficult?
I didn't hear that word. He said something. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Oh my god.
Thinking I'll return the scroll. Thinking he doesn't even have a fucking prayer. Okay. Get fucked. Oh, okay.
Oh, he said hormone make voice hard to do.
Oh, does that
is Samurai trans?
You never knew.
Jesus.
Wait, but that's not how estrogen works. It doesn't change your voice. You have to do that yourself. You have to do that with rigorous training.
Oh.
Maybe that's what's on the scroll is how to change
voice. I haven't read that shit. I don't give a fuck. Next. Just wipe my ass with it when I need
just
to.
Let the cat
it's just hung on my toilet paper roll.
Just emergency TP, you know, in case of emergency, break glass kind of deal.
No, just reusable toilet paper.
You know, it's like Drill said recently. They should invent toilet paper that you put in the trash instead of in the toilet. I did it. It's called the Kawasaki Clan Scroll. Okay, so glad we've sorted that situation out. Next one is from Riddle My Ass Batman. Wow! 3, 2, 1, go.
Batman here for his first weekly report. Disney tried to buy the Batcave for the new amusement park. They only offered $5 trillion. Batman was insulted. So the Bat took the mouse, his ears, took them off, shoved them down his throat, and replaced them with bat ears. Such concludes the weekly report. Till next time. Same bad time. Same bad channel.
Batman's a fucking psychopath.
Was it Disney the mouse wanted to buy?
That seemed like a little lowball of a price.
I thought they were gonna make
correct
a Batcave attraction. And
they probably were.
No, that
they
makes
were gonna
more
have,
sense.
They had to buy it from Batman first, right?
Oh yeah, in the authentic Batcave. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have handled it the same exact way, honestly.
Yeah, completely justified.
It sends a message. Hey, Riddle My Ass Batman is one of the many people who has not completed their fucking Kickstarter survey. So I can send them the fucking shit in the mail.
Incredible.
Yeah, for the Vapors too.
The Vapors one.
It's coming up on a point because I did the Kickstarter so long ago. Like the surveys are only available for a year, and we're coming up on the year, and the surveys are only going to be available until the 31st. So after the 31st, I will not be able to see anyone's surveys if they want to fill them out late. They will have to message me instead of doing it via the survey, which is a little inconvenient, but I guess what can you do? So I don't know if anyone's listening and you haven't fucking done that, get that in pretty soon, because the end of the month is coming up and it'll be less convenient after that. Okay, just thought that just putting that out there. Next one is called Pancakes Shit Gay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Pancakes with Creators here. Listen, I just got back from taking a big fat piece of dump in my toilet.
Just a piece.
And I was wondering, you know how sometimes taking a shit sometimes feels even better than sex? Well, is that gay? Because taking a shit is technically anal penetration. It's not gay. It's pretty gay adjacent, frankly.
It's only gay,
and I won't stand for it.
It's only gay if your shit is the same gender that you are. So.
What? So you need to know what the gender was of the food that you ate?
Yeah, I guess that's the only way to do it.
My shit is non-binary, so I don't know what to do.
better not come while you're shitting then, or else you'll never fucking understand.
I mean, I don't think that was ever
I don't know
risk
about
happening,
listen.
Ben. What do you do when you go
I'm
to
just saying,
take a
next
shit?
time you're taking a shit and you just fucking come while it's happening because it just feels so good. Just be aware that if your shit is male and so are you, then it's gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a fact of life, so careful. 3. Next up is Pancake's physics degree problem. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Pancakes with Creators here. Listen, I know some people in the PCP technically have physics quote-unquote degrees.
Lol.
And I was wondering, can you solve this problem?
Yes.
Can an object have unlimited surface area, but a limited volume? Why or why not? And please explain.
Yeah, there's yeah, I know exact.
I think what he might be talking about is the idea that you can always measure the surface area of like an irregular shape more and more finely, and you would never get a super completely accurate measurement, but you can't have it be literally infinite.
Yeah, well, like
right? It would just take an infinite amount of time to get an accurate measurement.
Wait, under what circumstance?
Like if you're going around a country and you're trying to find the exact perimeter of the country, it's like you could go like to the atomic level.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Well, that's
by what you define as the coast, and eventually you will find.
Just, like, there's you can infinitely like refine your measurements. Okay, you guys know what a Mobius strip is, right? Would you say that has infinite surface area? Because like,
no, because you can't overlap the part you've already measured, right? Like you can't measure the part you've already measured again.
Because there's a 3D thing called the Klein bottle, which is basically a three-dimensional Mobius strip. It's similarly like its surface area is recursive, and it does have a fixed volume. It's like it's a finite 3D shape with a recursive Mobius like surface area. But no, I wouldn't actually say that has infinite surface area. So. I'm gonna say
it has one side. That's the fun part.
I'm gonna say no. You can't. You can't have infinite surface area and limited volume. Right? Am I missing anything, guys? Brain teaser? Have I failed?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're more of a physics than I am. I just watch fucking YouTube videos. I watch Smarter every day and Numberphile.
I'm trying to think about Wait a minute.
And Vsauce.
No, that's stupid because what I just described, like an object with like a continuous surface area that wraps around it. A sphere does that. I'm a fucking moron. All right, Mr. fucking Pancakes with Creators. If you've got some smart ass answer, then I guess call in next week and we'll see if I failed. And if not, then get the fuck out of here. Next up, Pancakes. Only play this if you are weak-minded. You know.
Wait! I got an answer. Unlimited surface area and. It's your mom. Gotcha.
Got him. Oh, obliterated. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jesus Christ! Even a 2-year-old with Asperger's could know this and answer this question. What are you, some kind of moron? It's obviously Gabriel's horn. Look it up. Basically, shit, I don't want to fucking explain it. Just look it up.
Oh. Yeah, I get it. It is a 3D, a three-dimensional. Okay, well, yeah. The point is that like it widens. It's a horn that widens at the base, but it widens like at a rate that asymptotically approaches the like bottoming out, but never quite gets there. No, yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, but how could it have limited volume if it never quite gets there? It just keeps going. The volume also keeps going, right?
It does, but it keeps going at a diminishing rate that what's the word? That converges to a finite number. It doesn't approach infinity.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
never heard of that. But I would ask for a robust explanation. Because to my thought process, if something is going to infinity, the volume inside it.
There's a bunch of YouTube videos about it, so I'm sure you could find an answer in a way that me and you could understand.
I've heard of
here we go.
This, so yeah.
Okay, imagine this. I don't know what a triangular number is, but okay. The reciprocal of powers of 2, right? This is an infinite series of sums. You start with 1. It's a series of fractions that you add on top of each other, right? You start with 1 over 1 is the fraction, so that has a value of 1, and then you add to that 1 over 2, half. You add to that 1 over 4. Quarter. Add to that 1/8. Add 1/16. Add 1/32. Add 1/64, etc., etc., etc. And you keep going to infinity. The numbers get smaller as the series goes on, such that even though the series is infinite, it does not. Even if you continue it infinitely, you don't get infinity. The series continued infinitely becomes 2. It converges to 2. So. Yeah, the idea with Gabriel's horn is similar in that, like, you know, the surface, the area that it is enclosing, you know, at the wide base of it that like goes out and out and out and out infinitely, it like moves, like the space between it and the bottom, it and like the asymptote diminishes at such a rate that similarly it converges to a non-infinite number. I don't know if that clarified anything.
I'll go to YouTube and maybe find some smart Alec.
Yeah. Oh, because you're sure as fuck not gonna find one here. All right. Next one. A disgruntled fan. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, Ben, for being such a proud leftist icon, you platform a lot of hate speech on your show.
Jesus Christ.
It's disappointing. Wish you'd be a little better about vetting these things.
No elaboration. All right, cool.
Yeah.
A couple people complained about some of the voicemails last week. I didn't think any of the voicemails last week were that bad, honestly.
What were they? Which ones? I can't think exactly because I can't remember because I block all of the episodes out of my mind.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think I talked to the person that sent this voicemail afterwards, and she said that like she didn't think it was that big a deal. So maybe I just kind of want to just move on from it. Yeah, I'm not interested. Not interested. Next up is called Sorry for Those Shitty Ones. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey there, PC Proud Boys. Just wanted to be like sorry
there it is.
about those really shitty voicemails. It's the ones with the Metal Gear stuff. I'm just. This is just a preamble for my next voicemail, which is gonna blow your socks off. I swear it's not a meme. It's a genuine voice. Fucking performance.
Genuine voice.
And it's a story. It's got a beginning, middle, and end.
You don't need to do a preamble.
It'll blow your fucking dicks off.
Why is this a whole minute long?
And
this is gonna be so
the next
good.
voicemails come.
Guys,
and
we've never had a good voicemail before, but I think that this might be might be it.
For real. The next one's gonna be good. I swear.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This one's called The Good One.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go, baby.
You fucking fools,
No.
you idiots.
Who could have seen this coming?
Goddamn retard, you cuck soy boy. You fucking fell for it. Haha, you fucking...
Voice jail. Voice jail.
I don't know if this is even worthy of voice jail. This is too...
it was just pathetic. Let's move on.
Yeah, terrible, terrible, bad. Honestly, I'm on the fence about voice jail. I'm thinking about it. Next up, why does the quality decline sharply several seconds in? 3, 2, 1, go.
A few moments later.
This guy sucks. Should we just cut this voicemail? It sucks really bad.
Yeah, I don't want it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Eleazar, cut that voicemail, but leave in this part where I'm saying cut that voicemail. Fuck that last guy. All right.
Yeah.
Next one is called Not Worthy of a Response. Frankly, disgusting. Quit watching our show. Next one is called Communism from Someone Who Experienced It. Oh boy. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so I cringe every fucking time you fucking dumb Americans think, oh, communism, this, I'm gonna suck the dick of communism. It's so good. It's so fair. When we here in Eastern Europe, we've lived under communism for like almost 100 years, and it was the worst thing ever. It killed everyone.
Jesus
and
Christ.
It killed everyone in the ass.
Okay, yeah, he's right.
And it slowed down our progress like 100 years. We still have medieval villages up until fucking now. It's stupid. It's like, okay.
What the fuck does this
Maybe
guy know?
America's brand of communism would be better. Now with the power of hindsight of
do we even have a brand
how
of communism?
the Soviet
Not
Union
really.
It's just a tiny subset of people who are like really far left.
I love
kind of
Neutral
pushing
Milk
for
Hotel,
communism.
but god fucking damn, I always cringe when you guys like invoke, oh, I love the Russian national anthem, the Soviets.
Who says
that on this
podcast? I hate them. I hope all of the vets that are still alive die of a heart attack right now. They are literally Hitler.
Wait, who?
Goodbye.
Who's Hitler?
It's always the same. Like, the people who don't know what they're fucking talking about have in their head the idea of what a leftist is and what they believe. And they think that is what they're talking to whenever any one of us has like, they don't think about what we're saying. They think of what the label of leftist means to them and what they've heard. And they ascribe it to it. Like, nobody has ever talked about the fucking Russian national anthem.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like he doesn't know anything about what communism would actually mean.
Not to, boy. I feel like
we really need to go into this.
I feel like
this is like going to open up a whole can of worms.
I feel like maybe I don't want to go into the specifics, but I want to address the mindset, and I feel like I might be accused of I don't know, West-splaining this or something to this guy is like, hey, I'm in a fucking Eastern country. We experienced communism. This guy is probably like 20, so probably not, but whatever. What does it mean? What does it mean that like communism like fucked up our development? And no, what probably fucked up the development of whatever country this guy's in was probably okay, the USSR. The USSR like supported its surrounding, Eastern Bloc countries, but it was beset at the same time by the rest of the world, the capitalist world, which sought to destroy it at every turn. And I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe that might have had something to do with it. I don't think this guy has really considered all the possibilities here for the reasons behind what he describes as the ills of communism. I don't know. This guy just kind of seems like he's being dogmatic.
I think it's like you could say that a capitalist surge is good for like getting a good strong foothold, and then you're the most powerful country in the world. And then from that you can become communist and then give your people what they need. But it comes down a lot to like just having the right resources in the country. Like America had a lot of stuff.
It's really hard.
I mean,
it's hard
to
like
think
put
any
a,
of
like,
us
a very
are like
neat bow on
really
why is
educated
wrong or
enough
right
in like
about this.
political theory to make a like educated response to this in terms of the effects and causal links between communism and like capitalist pushback.
It's true.
In Eastern Europe.
It's true.
But at the same time, I don't think any of us are fucking tankies over here singing the praises of communist Russia just because you want social reform in America and are not exactly pleased with what capitalism's doing. Like, I don't think anyone here is saying we need hardcore need like Stalinist socialism, Like, I would be perfectly happy with some tax reforms to fucking bring the rich back in line and like close some loopholes and shit. So
people I don't know if this guy is like this, but some people get offended, get uppity, get like weird about it when you even suggest like, what if we tax the rich more, and they act like that's Stalin style siege socialism in and of itself.
I mean, there's a discussion to be had there.
Like,
it doesn't need to be a fucking jumping down everybody else's throat, Like, there are pros and cons to doing that. You just have to weigh them against each other and just have a discussion and figure it out.
I just want to say, I think that, the legacy of communism, I feel like there's a very difficult web of, like, causations there, and I think it's probably really hard to entangle, like, what misfortunes were, the fault of communism itself versus what was caused by like deprivation created by like, sanctions and or military action from the disapproving, capitalist rest of the world. And to just blanketly say like, oh yeah, communism ruined everything. It's like, no. It's never that simple. Even if that's me being charitable to this interpretation of history, which I'm willing to. I'm willing to be charitable. Fuck, man. Hail Stalin. Hail the USSR.
Disavow.
What's a communist thing to say? Guillotines? I don't know.
I just want people to fucking listen to the things we say and then respond to that instead of the things
to be fair,
that they
I
ascribe
think that the
on
line
us.
about the Russian, he might have been talking about like maybe the left generally and not us specifically. Because surely
That's
none of
fair.
us have ever been
Maybe.
like, I love the Russian national
But
anthem.
like the left generally is such a the left generally is not
That's
general.
true.
Thease so many different things.
I'm not
you
saying that
can't
it's a
group them
fair.
all
Yeah, I'm not
together.
saying it's fair, but yeah, you're probably you're right. Okay, have we
be specific for fuck's sake?
Have we successfully obliterated capitalism once and for all? Nice. Shut up.
No.
No.
It's still too powerful.
No.
Beats me up every day.
We got it. It's gone now. Next one is Prol Jester MGS. This is stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Miller, what's gotten into you? Snake, they aren't real. What? They aren't real? Poor people aren't real. I've never seen one. You've never seen one? That can't be. I'm blind, Snake. Get it? I'm blind. The sunglasses? You're not blind. What? Master Miller isn't blind, you fucking moron. Have you even played the games? You lost your arm. I knew that. Snake, look, that was a test. I wanted to make sure you were the real Snake. What are you even talking about? I've never felt the poor. They aren't real Snake. Snake, it's me. Troll Throat. I'm in this too. It's you. It's me, yes. Hello. What are you doing? Snake, listen. Don't listen to him. He is a liar. Snake, don't listen to him. He's also a liar like me. I can tell when other liars are around. That's bullshit. Fuck you. Listen, I've got some keycard bullshit to deal with. I'll get in contact with you later, okay? Pew.
It's like I'm there.
Saved
it's
at
like,
the last second.
It's like I'm there.
It's like a proto riddle my ass Batman.
But it's like a proto one, but later. That's good. That's good.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. Simmer down. Next one we've got is called Canned Tent. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Canned Tent! We just watched a fucking terrible anime. It's a really bad anime, and I don't care about it at all. Listen to me talk about how much I don't care for 45 minutes. There's just way too much going on in the plot. There's a lot of talking, and there are more than 2 things happening at once. That's too much. That bores me, and because it's boring, I don't care at all. And because I don't care, I'm not going to pay attention, which will cause me to miss extremely obvious plot details. I'm not misunderstanding because I'm stupid or anything, it's just that the show is not good. If it was just a good show, I would understand it very well, because I am a smart person. It's hard to understand, and the author made it that way because the author is autistic. I don't understand the story at all, but I completely understand the kind of person the author is, and their creative process. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Canned Tent!
I believe this was there. Now I'm not I don't watch Canned Tent, but I heard people saying that the ReZero episode made a lot of people angry. Did you guys hear anything about this?
I heard nothing.
I haven't heard. I don't watch because I don't care about the anime. But like, I totally believe that this is what's happening because it seems very realistic.
Yeah, it does. In particular,
it's like I was there.
In particular, it was I heard people saying that the ReZero episode they just kind of like didn't understand the plot and like. People were like, why are you talking about the show? You're criticizing the show.
I mean,
but you like didn't understand it and you are like factually wrong about some things.
I mean, that's the biggest nightmare for any person who talks about media is to be stupid live on screen. is to have missed something obvious and talked with authority. I have nightmares of doing that myself. I've probably done it hundreds of times because I'm not aware.
It would be pretty embarrassing. That's that much I can agree with. Canned Tent. Thanks for your voicemail. Fuck yeah. Next one is called Ben is Racist.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
It's about time this was brought to light.
3, 2, 1, go.
Say it. Say white lives matter if you're not a racist. Say it. Say it now.
Oh God. I mean, white lives do matter. Got right? A little bit, right? Like, I mean, yeah, they matter too, right?
But Ben, you just have to say all lives matter. You cover everybody,
I mean,
right?
I mean, all lives do matter. You know, lives do matter, though. It's right, yeah. Come on, you know it's like that. Yeah. Fuck, nah.
It's all right.
Nah, he's right. I'm racist.
I feel like I should just say the thing. The Black Lives Matter is not about Black Lives Mattering more. Is because society does not generally deem them to matter in Western society. it feels the need to be said. Therefore, it is a thing that people say.
Do you ever feel like the left has a language problem? Do you ever feel like the left makes a lot of terms that seem to be inherently difficult for people to understand?
It's not inherently difficult for people to understand. They're just not trying to understand it.
I feel like, I mean, it's not like is sloganable, but if the movement had been called Black Lives Matter too, we wouldn't have this conversation because it would have been implied in the statement.
Yeah, that's
would have saved us all collectively hundreds of hours.
That one is fair enough. I have always thought that, but I also don't think that at this point people can be allowed to just still not get it. It's been so all over the place.
But I'm just saying, if only we had known and could have proactively corrected this problem from the very beginning.
I don't know. I wonder if like would like tweaking the phrasing a little bit like really have made that much of a difference, or would it?
I think the people. Would
the people with the problem with it had just have a problem anyway. They just wouldn't have.
I think they would have found another problem, but I think there are probably a significant amount of people who don't understand, who probably once explained like, oh, I get it now, and those people would have been saved.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, the people who are on the fence, who were convinced by the people who acting in bad faith, would never have had that avenue to be swayed in the first place.
I think it's just sort of like if someone were to say the statement Black Lives Matter and your response is like not of course. If your response is defensive, then there's something up. I mean, I know a lot of white people, myself included, initially was like, what about white people? But that's because I don't have this perspective I do now.
That's entirely my point.
But like, I don't know. I learned it. Wasn't that difficult?
You know what? I'm gonna move past that. Honestly, I think those like out and out racists who are like, don't say Black Lives Matter. That's why you politicize. Why you got to bring race into it, or whatever. Like, fuck that. But I think there is the more insidious problem is the guy who's like, you're like, okay, Black Lives Matter, and he's like, sure, Black Lives Matter, of course, equality, black people, and then you're like, okay, therefore outlines a bunch of like progressive policy ideas like, defunding the police, or whatever, funding social welfare programs instead of over policing, decriminalizing marijuana, so on and so forth. And then they're like, whoa, I thought this was just about Black lives, being equal. Now you're trying to sneak in all this Marxist shit on me. I think that's the real sticking point. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, it does come from the same place.
That's like the bigger hump.
Where it's just they don't have the perspective to understand that in order to make sure Black lives are treated equally, these things need to change.
Like a conservative will agree. Like they'll say like, yeah. Black people are just as invaluable as white people. Black lives matter just as much. And then you're like, okay, well, here's how, on the whole, people of color and such are, disadvantaged. Wealth inequality is a big problem. Over policing is a big problem. Criminality is not uniformly enforced. And then they'll be like, okay, yeah, but I mean that's just kind of like human nature or something. Like but you can't like do anything about that, right? Like, sure, Black Lives Matter, but like, you can't like do anything about it. That's just like the way the world works. That's just like, and maybe they shouldn't commit those crimes that we convict them for more vigorously than other people. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. I think there's a. I don't know.
You say insidious. I say that it is. It's for people who have like more insidious, goals. They act like that, and then there are people who just act like that because they don't think about it at all, which is an unfortunate double.
Those people that I just described are convinced that they are the real, not racists, right? That like. Redistributive wealth is like a racist thing, like that's the real racism or something, and that makes me so mad. It's like, you know, that like affirmative action is like the real racism or whatever. I don't know. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. I feel like I was gonna say. I was gonna say. You say, you know, think about the left having a language problem. I think that to a certain extent, I would agree. The Black Lives Matter, like, yeah, I guess I see how like it's a little like. Maybe if you don't think about it, it's like, well, that's kind of a weird, you know. Wait, you mean like, only Black lives? Oh no, you don't mean that? Oh, okay. Right. I misunderstood.
Like, another example would be like, what is it? Private property versus personal property.
Yeah,
like, that's a big fucking problem.
So
like, imagine all the
easy.
memes that could have been avoided if we didn't use language like that.
Yeah.
By me, I mean Marx. I didn't use that language at all, but
yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, there's tons of small little examples like that. Throughout like language on the left that I feel like if you're not into politics at all, if you're like completely apolitical, and you stumble upon a lot of this phrasing like abolish private property, like what the fuck, that sounds stupid. But like you'd have to have like someone who's like knowledge sit down and explain all this like preamble to you, and like we just had a very bad reaction to preamble, so I'm sure people who have that with politics feel similarly. It just seems like really poor language choices like, on a lot of key issues fucked a lot of this shit up.
Yeah. I think that I agree, but at the same time I wonder, like, to what extent was it like poor phrasing versus like to what extent has it been like to what extent has the phrasing like been poisoned on purpose?
Well, I mean, it took me forever to realize that private property and personal property were different among people who were talking about like Marx.
Yeah.
I didn't know that forever.
Yeah.
Because as someone who just listened to it, I'm like, abolish private property. That seems like it would cause a lot of issues.
I feel like if like maybe I don't know, just thinking out loud.
I'm
maybe
not capitalism's biggest fan, so it's not like I was like pulling for the other team or anything. It's just like on the face of it, based on like casual vernacular, that sounds really bad.
Maybe if like, I don't know, the educational system were more, because like, you know, the orthodoxy that I was taught growing up was that, you know, the free market corrects for itself and all that stuff, all this neoliberal like voodoo, and someone just fucking subscribed or something, I don't know. So that, but then you know, one wonders if maybe the we were taught a more genuinely like neutral perspective or a more balanced perspective, maybe we would know the difference, because a lot of people don't know the difference. But like, you know, that we have a public education system that is supposed to educate us and make sure we know things. I mean, I feel like that's one thing that maybe could be, you know,
I mean, I would agree with that to a point, but like I would also say that like this entire like group of people on the left are operating under the assumption that we live in a system that is very skewed. So if you're making an excuse for like, well, the system should be better, so we're going to explain how the system is bad, like it just seems like self-defeating. Like you have to be operating with language using the kind of like framework that we're already established in. Otherwise you're kind of just tacking on like understanding our problem to the list of problems you're trying to fix, which seems like circular.
I think that's a fair point. I agree. You have to meet people where they are.
But like, I don't know. There's a lot of very, I don't know whether they're easy to get into, but there's plenty of videos now that explain these things that people can link to. I think on some level, people just need to be open to different ideas on the whole.
I mean, yeah, like if you want to dive down a rabbit hole of learning about this stuff, like it's very easy to do. But you know,
and getting someone to accept, like, thinking about it for a little bit is the hardest part. And I guess the language problem is you know, it exists.
I guess I can't disagree. Next voicemail.
Let's do it. How many more do we have?
Only like 4. Oh no, 3 more. 3 more.
Only 46.
Only 14. No, we're almost done. This one's called Fuck 'em. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look, circumcision is an operation carried out on infants. It's done without their consent. It's done without anesthetic. It's unnecessary. It's a cosmetic operation. That's what it is. You shouldn't need to do such a thing routinely to an infant.
Yes.
And there is no reason.
Only do it once.
It was invented by this guy who wanted to stop people from masturbating. How fucked up is that?
I don't
Yeah,
think that's
it sure will be
true.
hard to jack off when your dick is fucking dry. Yeah.
It's fine, actually. It works
It's
perfectly.
so sad. It's sad that people defend it. Oh, yeah. Like, my dick works fine. Sure, but your rights were violated, dude. What the fuck? Stop defending it.
I'm
gonna go on religious reasons.
Call
but
me the
it's their
fucking
beliefs,
circumcision
bro.
defender. I'm
Fuck their
circumcision's
beliefs,
biggest
man.
fan now.
Dude, it's my belief. I think we should just cut our heads off at birth. You know, doesn't make it okay. Your stupid
That seems a
backwards
bit
bullshit
hyperbolic.
doesn't justify your crimes, your violations of people's rights.
Jesus
Fuck
fucking
you.
Christ.
Fuck circumcision. Fuck people who defend it, and fuck doctors who perform it.
Is this that same guy who made... Wait, is this the guy who did the voicemail that we cut because it was terrible?
No, it was a different guy. This guy...
That's a different... Okay.
I mean, I agree. I don't think circumcision is defendable. You can argue that it's like good or bad, but I don't think it's good that you can do that to a child because there's no way they could possibly consent to such a thing.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second. Whoa, holy fuck, how the tables have turned. I mean, I think that it's not. Look, I don't know. I don't know everything, but like I've seen the arguments that I've seen are like that it's not just a cosmetic operation. It's like a sanitary operation, and like if you're circumcised, you have like a reduced chance of like various diseases developing, and also it lowers the transmission rate of various STDs and things like that. And I don't know, maybe that if that's true, maybe it would convince you, and maybe it wouldn't. But like, I don't know.
Here's the thing.
Let me finish. If there is like a sanitary or like a medical reason to do it, I don't think that like they didn't consent argument holds water, because like you give a kid a vaccine without their consent, because like the benefits outweigh the drawbacks, and it's because if this kid didn't have the vaccine, then not only is it best for the kid, it's best for all of society. If, everyone's getting the vaccine, it's good for everyone. And I think that you could probably make a similar argument if, in fact, there are medical benefits to circumcision, as I have heard argue that there are.
Right, but nobody...
I think someone would argue in response that, like, a vaccine isn't, like, permanently disfiguring your body.
And, anyone, like... Vaccines do not have a drawback in the same way that circumcision does.
I mean, does it though?
Dude, they give you autism. That's the drawback.
Circumcision does? Fuck!
No. I mean, that explains...
Well, obviously, I can't speak for someone who is circumcised, because I'm not. But there is no sanitary bullshit. It's very, very easy to keep it clean. It's never made any sense. Like, I really hate the people who talk about that when they don't, they don't have one, they don't know. There's not a problem. You just wash it like you wash any part of your body.
Okay, Ben from the future here. So I am a fool, and I fucked up, and my Audacity, I ran out of disk space, so it stopped recording right in the middle of this conversation. This conversation made me pretty mad, cause nobody fucking, it's all Gib being like, ooh, but ooh, the baby didn't have a choice, or why would you cut a baby? And I just think that we should follow the science, and I'm merely open to the possibility that if, widely practicing circumcision were to significantly cause some sort of significant societal benefit, like, say, a reduction in the transmission of STDs, for instance, without significant, or without a commensurate negative thing, because, like, everyone says, oh, you mutilated, oh, it's just a part of you, like, okay, well, so is your appendix, but, sometimes you gotta cut that out, sometimes you're better off without it, doesn't necessarily do anything. Let's not fall into the trap of the naturalistic fallacy here. So sorry you won't get to hear any of that, but I've summarized it for you. I was right. I'm I'm on top of it. Okay, sorry, goodbye. Back to the show.
All right. Well, let's finish this episode as soon as possible right now. Go
Patreon.com/The Procrastinators if you want to give us money. We have tons of bonus episodes. We have possibly more things we're going to be adding in the future. Leave us a voicemail. Follow us on Twitter at TPCrastinators to keep updated on all the random shit we talk about that isn't fit for an episode. And that's it. Till next time, have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, and go check out Merryweather as well. Ben, you there? You gonna say bye, or are you not recording? Okay, well,